All right, so welcome back, everybody. This is session number 14 of the campaign. We are in the month of Sviban. It is Donnerstag the 30th, so almost the end of the month, and it's around 11 o'clock in the morning. So just describing what happened the prior day. After encountering an angry barbarian in the depths of the tin mines, the bonfire crew rescued Button Gwynnett's dwarven sister Mutton and set her free on her own to return back to Raksha City. The trio then met a jokester of a cleric named Soren and a bemused Goliath named Emir, and journeyed to the tea festival in the small village of Vineshade Firth, where the party found themselves quite astonished at the sight of ravenous locals snacking on a chocolate delicacy, seemingly leading to more amorous intentions that evening. So the next day, the party returned to the tin mines, back to the room with the mysterious roasted pig, when Soren the elf inspected the roasted hunk of Schweinfleisch and found that his entire body had transformed into that of a pig. And that is where we will pick up.
Oink oink.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a magically sort of attuned character, so I don't think I can really do much to help with the little pig situation. Say it's gonna be okay and pat him on the head, you know. So I don't know.
Reach out and pat Soren the pig on the head.
It's gonna be alright.
Soren would probably pull back.
Okay.
He's pretty uncomfortable with this situation and wouldn't normally like to be pat in the head, let alone when he's a pig.
Yeah.
That would probably go, oh my god, it's the curse from the cloak that you told me about. And it's affecting you. You're a pig now. That's my best. I don't fully remember what Bat's voice is.
It's very deep and sardonic, I would say.
Oh no. Well, damn. I guess you're a pig now. And Soren will just kind of shrug in his pig legs.
Wasabi, who is Bat's pet rat, is kind of squealing, very upset at this pig in the room, which he perceives as a predator.
Bat'll pull back and walk away. Maybe tuck Wasabi into his robes, pockets. I don't know where Wasabi.
Yeah, he's got a patchwork kind of coat situation.
He'll give him an extra treat. I'm assuming he has treats on him to calm him down.
Yeah, he still has some good berries and some bread and soup that he's collected that Bat likes to keep in his pockets.
He'll give him a little bit of extra food to calm him down.
All right. So for the benefit of the new players, let me just describe this room again, because I'm not sure if you know exactly what this room looks like. In the north, so it's a rectangular room with 4 walls. In the north wall, there are several alcoves cut into the wall, and on the main floor, you see spirals of black stones that clearly somebody or something moved these stones to form such a pattern. Where the pig was in the northeast corner of the room. The room, and it was roasting there yesterday. So today, it's no longer roasting, so it's cold. However, there's still the distinct aroma of smoke and bacon and honey that permeates the room.
So it gets more uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. In the western wall of the room, Melody discovered a secret panel that goes to some other room or some other space, but she also discovered that it's triggered from the other side of the wall. So she wasn't able to find any way to enter whatever is behind the panel from the room that you're currently in. There is also an exit room leading south that goes to a passageway that splits into 2. One of those 2 directions the characters never explored, but the other pathway led directly to what seems to be the laboratory of the barbarian that some of you encountered yesterday.
I guess Bat will say this, but do you have magic that can open the door? I could punch it really hard, but I don't think that would help.
He was like, I can punch you harder. That's about it.
Sibo says, should we all try to punch at the door?
That's explicitly what I said wouldn't work. But I mean, if you want to try, I won't stop you.
Maybe the tall guy can do it for us.
I'm punching the door. I'll punch the door.
Which door? Emir, which door?
I'm assuming this is the secret passage door.
Okay, the secret passage door. Go ahead and roll. Give me a strength check.
Strength check. Oh boy, I got a 7. So I think that's not great.
Push and you push with all your might, and none of the stone seems to give any way in your endeavor. And
we're not savages. I punch things really well, but I do it with grace and elegance. Also, magic exists, and Bat would like to cast Thaumaturgy on the door to try and open it.
Okay, Bat casts Thaumaturgy on the door.
Is it locked?
It seems to be unmovable. Like whatever mechanism that Melody thinks exists is on the other side of the wall.
Well, Melody, do you have another spell that could open it from the other side? Like maybe if you had some sort of like third hand that like a mage has, like a mage hand.
Melody sighs and says, "I don't quite have a spell that does that, I'm afraid."
Well, Bat starts to walk away and then sneak attacks it. Quickly turns around and kicks the door.
Alright, give me your strength checks.
Since I'm using my monk kicking ability, could I make the case for using dexterity? Or
yeah.
If not, okay, cool.
Why not? Let's do it.
17.
Yeah, so Bat attempts a series of roundhouse kicks right in the same...
Well, the door wasn't expecting it.
The door was not expecting it, but it doesn't seem to do enough to move the door whatsoever.
Well,
Should I just kind of like laugh and like kick a little bit of dirt at the door? See, like magic and kicks clearly aren't working.
what is Bat's subclass?
He's a monk, and it's Order of the Open Hand.
Okay, gotcha.
At least try to go through that other passage, see if it's looping around or anything.
You might be in a room that Mutton did not have a chance to explore. So Bat was just trying to kick the door. Emir was trying to kick the door.
Oh yeah, also Silren will not be near the pig.
Okay. Where's Cyril? Where's he going?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Melody's trying to communicate with the pig, like, is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything I can get you? Would you like some coffee? We might still have some coffee in
Silren
Bat's,
shakes his
mug.
Silren shakes his head, and then can I try to make an intelligence check to non-verbally communicate an idea? Because that is one of the things that it lists in the player's handbook that intelligence is used for.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay. I would like to try and communicate as sarcastically as a pig can be. No, but you could turn me out of a pig. 16. Like, I pantomime it with my pig paws as best I can.
So Melody is trying to interpret your grunts and movements and seems to think that you are very uncomfortable in the shape of a pig. And she tells the rest of the group, we need to do something to help Silren, but what can we do? How do we change him back? Does anybody know?
Find some sort of shaman that might. That's all I can think.
Sibo says, I'm not a healer, but I know there's that cleric back in Vine-Shaped Firth. But we just came from there this morning. Do we need to go all the way back?
I mean, do we want one less pig in the group, or can we handle having the swine?
Silren looks offended.
It's not your fault. We're not blaming you.
Melody is going to roll an Arcana check to see if she can understand what might be going on with this magic and with Silrin's new shape. So give me a second to roll that. Oh no, that's pretty low. She got an 8. So Melody doesn't discover. Melody is not picking up quite on any new ideas on how to handle this. So her best option is to shrug and say, maybe Sibo's right. Maybe we should see a cleric? I don't know.
I feel like the cleric would probably be the better option instead of sitting here trying to, I don't know, hit walls and...
Yeah, but that says, okay, but where was the cleric?
Sibo says back in Vine Shade Fur. Yeah. I don't really want to go back there, but I don't know what to do.
It's not our flock, not our pasture. I don't think we should worry about the problems of the people there at the town. We should just do what we need to do so we can get through this.
Melody says, also, how would we get this pig back up through that hole to get back to the 3rd floor? Pigs can't climb ladders on their own, can they? And she stares like kind of disappointingly at Silrin.
Was it at like 8 feet tall?
Yeah, it's just over 8 feet.
How tall is Ymir?
About 7'10".
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming your arms are a bit longer.
Yeah. Maybe Silrin could carry a pig.
Silrin points towards Ymir with his paw.
Ymir, do you want to try to lift the pig, or what do you want to do?
I'll carry him if he lets me.
I pig shrug.
Ymir, give me a strength check to see if you can carry this pig. I'll let you do this with advantage as well.
And advantage. Okay, so I got 23.
Yeah, so in the room that you're currently in, it seems to be that you can lift Silrin as a pig without much of a problem. It's almost like you could bench press him up right above your head, like he's a basketball.
Can we tie him up in a sling so we can swing him to my back? Something so he's not...
Yeah, does someone have a rope?
I think I might.
I did have a rope, but now I'm a pig.
It's fused to your body now in pig form. Yeah. Blake, can you hear us? Welcome.
Hi, sorry, internet problem.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good.
Ymir has just figured out that he can carry Silrin in the form of a pig, and the party is thinking maybe they need to go back to Vine Shade Firth because nobody knows how to change him back. But Sibo might have a different opinion. I don't know.
Okay, so are we back in Vine Shade Firth?
Not yet. You're still in the same room where Silrin had already turned into a pig.
Okay, and he turned into pig after... Was it eating or was it licking?
Just inspecting.
Oh, inspecting. Okay.
Inspecting the pig in its mouth, as I recall, or in its front.
I think...
Check the ears.
Yeah, and I think I was gonna cut off one of the ears and then...
Yeah.
And then I got pigified.
Yeah.
What's everybody's opinion at this point?
I can't exactly communicate that because I'm a pig.
I think we've decided to go back to Vine Shade Firth and try to find a cleric or someone who can help turn our friend back from being a pig.
That sounds good to me, says Bat. I'm controlling Bat.
Melody says, well, if Bat says it's fine with him, then I guess it's fine with me. Sibo, Ymir?
Okay, so shall we go back? And recuperate before we head out?
Hey, could I get a hand? Says Bat to Ymir.
In this is what, in carrying the pig?
And going up through the hole.
Oh, okay.
Are we
so
at the hole yet?
basically, you walk back to the main altar room and then through the stone passageway. Oh wait, I take that back. So the party is making its way back to the room with the altar in it, where you actually had that short battle with the barbarian earlier. But the problem that you're seeing right now is that the large stone door that you used to get into the room is shut. So the party does not currently have a way to get back through the main door to go back up to the stairs.
I thought there was a mechanism on this side. Or is it the other side?
It's on the other side. The mechanism's on the other side.
Thaumaturgy's it open. No? Alright.
No dice.
How did the spider and the dwarf lift it earlier? Did they just brute force it?
Party doesn't know.
Silrin will try to find any sort of de-enchanting sauce within the statue of Tyr or like the tome or something.
All right, everybody who wants to search the altar, go ahead and make an investigation check. And Silrin the pig can also make an investigation check.
Not very high. Can Bat try to inspect the door?
Yeah. Melody got a nat 20.
Bat got a 17. Silrin got a 5.
Sibo, Emir,
I'm trying to get mine to roll.
13.
13. Oh, yeah. It's so investigation is one of your abilities. So if you go to the abilities column, I'm sorry, skills column.
Okay, yeah.
So acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, investigation is about midway down on the list. And yes, it is intelligence based.
Alright. Okay, so I got a 12.
Okay, so it seems like Melody has the best understanding of what's going on. Underneath the stone, the flat surface of the altar, she discovers something that looks like a keyhole, where and it doesn't look like a typical key that fits a lock. It looks like some sort of magical key that might be related to opening the door from this side.
Open sesame, says as he points his hands towards the thing and magics it with his magic.
Melody just kind of shakes her head as nothing happens to the door or the altar.
He tries again. Open sesame.
Melody said that it's not working.
Guys, we're stuck in here. If that didn't work, nothing will.
Can I try to drive one of my throwing axe heads underneath the door and like leverage it like a pry bar?
Yeah, you can try that. It would take a lot of strength, but you can try it.
So,
yeah. Make me a strength check.
I got 18.
Yeah, I mean, with your own might alone, Emir, you don't seem to be able to budge this quite heavy door from moving. Melody's shaking her head, thinking, "Why didn't we prop this door open? We could have saved ourselves this headache."
Does that mean we have to go through the rest of the dungeon and see if we can find another way out?
Maybe.
That sounds terrible and awful in every possible conceivable way, so let's not do that.
Says Bat.
Yeah.
Okay. But Melody said, but how will we change our new friend out of the shape of a pig?
Well, you're the magic bard. You open the door. It's a magic lock. You got the magic key.
I don't have the key. I only found something that looks like a keyhole.
It's magic.
I don't have this kind of magic.
Could it be a riddle?
Could be.
I ask the other one, which river would he say to go down? No, okay, it's not that riddle.
No. What can I do?
The horse's name was Friday.
The only thing that I could do is detect magic to see if the key lock is magical, but it already, based on my knowledge of locks, I already think that it is.
Can Bat read through the tome and see if there's anything in there?
Yes. Give me a second. Okay, so this book is... written in Dwarven. So can anybody in the party read or speak Dwarven? Melody cannot.
Ymir also
Evo
cannot.
can't.
Nope.
And someone's a pig, so yeah.
Well, Soren can
Bat
still
is
read,
flipping through the
but
pages, looking for pictures, and doesn't find very much to be able to interpret what's going on.
Always try to convince the nice barbarian lady to let us out.
We could, Melody said we could, but won't she just try to kill us again?
well, she said stay out, and we are actively trying to get out. So maybe it'd be in her best interest to let us out.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can part way.
Should we lure her here to get her to open the door? Will she even trust us?
I was mostly
Maybe we can
joking.
lure the spider and then go with it. You know, I'm thinking like we could hold the spider hostage, be like, hey yo, so if you don't let us out, I'm gonna take its little leg tip off. I don't know, do something real mean to it. Like, hey,
Yeah, but then
so,
I
like,
think she'd.
get us out of here.
Yeah, but I think she'd blast you with lightning, or like
Yeah.
fry your soul from the inside out, or something
get-
like that.
She would get really angry if we killed her spider friend.
I'm not saying we kill it. We hold it hostage.
Well,
Use
I
that
guess
as
we gotta
leverage.
go in the other directions. I mean, unless you guys have any better ideas as to how to open this door.
So in the room that you're currently in, there are two doorways that you have not tried before. One leading out southeast, and one going directly north. You do recall from our last session that Mutton told you she heard a lot of scratching noises and like rattling bones coming from the room to the north, and she was very scared of going into that direction.
Okay, yeah, so fuck that. And we have the map that she gave us.
Yes, you have the map that she gave.
What if
Teddy posted it.
Something-
Teddy posted it in the chat in Discord. So if you want to have a look at the map that Mutton found.
I don't see any way that this can loop back around to where we want to be.
Maybe the barbarian, she has some sort of magic key on her that we could take, but that involves us taking the key from her.
I think that would involve all of us dying.
Yeah.
Well, I have a spell called Sleep. Maybe I can put her to sleep, and then we can steal it from her when she's sleeping. Says Melody.
We can
Okay,
cast it on
can we do
together.
that?
Well, I guess we would have to find her first, and hopefully my spell would work against her. But it's possible. I also don't want to die.
I do not either.
I don't think anyone particularly wants to die.
So what are our options at this point? We could try to lure her back here so she can open the door. We could try to put her to sleep and steal the key from her. Or we could try one of these pathways and maybe we'll find something that will help us get out of here.
Question. Does Silren have any magic in him? Like, he probably can't cast spells because he doesn't have, like, fingers and he can't speak, but, like, he has a cleric ability that only requires that he touches someone.
He has to be back in his form of a cleric.
Okay.
Yeah.
His god's just like, nah, fuck you, you're a pig. You don't get magic.
We can't
Pigs are
find a
icky.
way. I don't know.
I'm joking, yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
I don't know if we can put Necromancer to sleep. I mean, Necromancer is kind of a magician of some sort, so I don't know if it's gonna work. That's only my concern with this plan.
Well, I mean, if she's a necromancer and we hold her spider hostage and we kill it, she can just bring it back. So, like, I don't know. I don't feel like. I don't know. I'm still on this whole spider hostage thing because I'm not really certain either.
Does Matt have
Why don't we
guy?
try the other door
Or he has the
to see if we
thing.
find anything?
Yeah, that's probably the safer option.
Well, which door? There's one going directly north, and there's one going southeast that you haven't tried.
Let's try north.
That has a lot
Party
of
says-
skeletons, I think. but I don't know if we have a better option.
So, Sibo, are you leading the party north?
Is everybody agree to go north?
Sure.
All right. Can you tell me what the marching order is then? Who's first? Who's second? And so forth.
Take.
So Emir is carrying the pig?
Yeah, on his back.
Well,
okay.
I can just walk.
Well, I guess at this point, yeah, you can be walking because you can't escape.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, when we were going out of the hole, he could have just pushed me up. I guess then there's the long ladder. Then I would have to be on his back. Yeah.
So I would say Bat first, Emir second, Melody third.
Why would Bat be first?
He's a monk. He fights with his hand.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't
Ymir
have
fights with
anything.
True, but I can get in and out easily, whereas Ymir is meant to stick in the front and block attacks. Look at how thick his thighs are. Look at how massive his armor plating is and how sharp his axe is. I can punch, yeah, and I can run real fast. But what are you suggesting then? I'm a squishy soft boy. Maybe I should go second. I can duck in and out of the fight, but I won't be good to take the hits for everyone.
Yeah,
okay, so Emir goes first then?
That's what I would say.
Okay, fine. So Emir first, and Bat second, Melody third, me fourth, and the pig at the last, because can't do much.
Okay. So Emir first, Bat next, Melody third, Sibo fourth, Pig last. All right. So, the door that you're standing in front of, Emir, is a wooden door with a doorknob, and it's stuck. Like the doorknob doesn't quite turn the whole way through, and you can't see. There's no like bars or mirror in this door, so you can't see anything in the room behind. But there is a door. It's made out of wood, and what do you do?
Look back at the rest of the party and ask, is it appropriate to kick it down?
Melody's nodding her head. Yes, please.
Guess I'll kick the door down then.
Alright, give me a strength check.
Alright, so I got a 23.
Yeah, that does it. You go ahead and kick the door open, and inside you see a room that is 30 feet wide. I'm going to show you on my screen in a little bit, but I'll describe it first. It's 30 feet wide and about 60 feet long. You see several piles of bones in the room across from you, and they start to rise after you kick the door open. There is a western wall. A northern wall in this room that looks partially collapsed that leads into another intersection. And Emir, you also detect a weird moaning coming from the ceiling of the room. On the eastern side of the room, you see a sloped pit that goes downward that is lined with iron spikes. And above the pit, hanging on the wall, is a tapestry featuring some ancient mythology. And you assume the mythology to be that related to the god of Tyr, but you can make a history check or a religion check to know for sure. As you enter the room, Emir, the skeleton bones start moving and forming into bodies, standing at attention, carrying bows and hammers. I'd like you all to please roll for initiative. And yeah, even the pig will roll for initiative.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a 13.
13? Okay.
In most cases, it's just your dexterity modifier, but there are a few abilities that buff it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, pig got a 17, And Bat got a 20.
20, okay.
17 plus 3.
People love 14.
14.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Rolling horrible. Alright, so Emir has just kicked the door open, and you're in this long rectangular room. And you see these five skeletons rise from the ground, carrying bows and hammers. In the pit, so these black bars represent where the pit is. You hear some like digging noises, and this horrible, scaly green creature with all these legs, several rows of teeth emerges. It smells absolutely awful, and it looks like you've angered it. You've aroused it. It's from its slumber or from its lair, and it's now moving toward you. First to act is actually Bat.
All right.
May I just throw like a strategy, just kind of like talking?
Yeah.
As like an idea, I guess. Like, if you wanted, we could always use the door as a choke point. So if we have multiple enemies we have to fight, we have to funnel into that one spot. We could all just kind of sit there and wail on them as they walk through the door.
Are there more bones than skeletons?
There are more bones than skeletons. Right now you see 5 skeletons, and there are other random bones scattered across the floor.
Okay, so we may need to deal with more and more skeletons. But I think that's a good idea. Do the skeletons have like swords?
They have bows and hammers.
Okay, so we're gonna need to be able to take cover behind the doorway so they can't shoot at us while we wait for them to come to the choke point, which means probably only one person will be able to hit. But
Sibo has a bow. I think Melody has throwing daggers. So
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean, he hopefully has darts, but I don't know.
I know I've got 2 throwing axes, but if we wanted to, I could always like duck down in front of the doorway and use my shield to block at least the lower half of the door. You guys could use the doorway itself for cover, and kind of like shoot and throw things through it.
No, he has a small knife, but that's not a dagger necessarily. Okay. Rations, backpack, medical, clothes, Luke's legendary mug, mess kit, rations, rope, sickle, small knife, tinderbox, torch, pliers. Yeah, so no ranged weapons, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I guess Bat will pull back a bit so that he's out of line of sight for the from the doorway.
Okay. So like 2 steps back, like this, or 1 step back.
Well, like to the side, so that he's out of line of sight.
Like this.
Yeah. Can he see through the doorway at all?
He can see at an angle. Yeah. So he would be able to see.
He'll take another step back then.
Okay.
No, to the side.
To the side, to the right. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then he will dodge, since I doubt someone will be getting into melee range with him.
Yeah. So that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, that's all he can do right now.
Right. We're gonna go to Melody next. I think Melody is going to cast a spell. Probably Bane. Oh no, it's only 30 feet.
Yeah.
Only 30 feet. She can't reach. Oh, she also has a sling. She's gonna use her sling to attack. Okay, so she's gonna. Let's see what's in her eyesight. She can try to hit this skeleton. No, I'm sorry, this skeleton, because this skeleton and this creature are in the pit, so they're below ground level. So she has the best chance of hitting the skeleton that is directly across from her. So she's going to try to roll.
She can also step into the room for a second to attack and then duck back out.
Yeah, I don't know if Melody would do that. I think she's going to attack with her sling on this skeleton. Let's see what she gets. That's a hit. 23 is a hit. So she manages to knock a rock from the sling directly in the chest of this skeleton, the furthest from her, and she does 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Good job to Melody. That's the end of her turn. We're gonna go to Silrin the pig next.
Alright, Silrin will sit in the back and do nothing. Like, I don't know. Silrin will chill. He will prepare to tusk attack.
Okay.
Element range, but otherwise he'll chill. No, he'll take the dodge action.
He won't move. He's gonna stay where he is.
I mean, he'll move back once, or sorry, he'll move to the right one space, so like people have more room.
Okay. Next to act is Sibo.
Can I go through a mirror?
Yeah, you can squeeze by. Your movement is 35. I'm sorry, 25. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can even enter the room if you wanted.
So my question is, if I stand between Emir and Melody, can Melody still like attack?
Yeah.
Or okay, so
You can arc a
I'll
sling.
stand between.
Yeah, she'd be able to arc her sling over Emir to be able to hit something.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand behind Emir and can you show me the skeletons? Okay, I'll try to hit the one that Melody attacked with longbow.
Okay, let's see what happens.
20 to hit.
Yeah, Sibo, that arrow sails through the air and strikes the skeleton right in its body. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
10 damage.
Okay, the skeleton is clutching your arrow with its bony hand. It looks like he's about to go down, in fact. The impact of that arrow was quite sufficient to knock the wind out of the skeleton. So this skeleton is actually almost dead. It is now Emir's turn.
Alright, so guess I'll take one of my hand axes and try to also lob it at one of the skeletons. I'm thinking the one in the bottom left-hand corner, the closest to us.
Yep, you can do that. What's the range on that axe?
At 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you'd be able to do that. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Tell us your damage. So the axe, you throw your hand axe, and it strikes.
And I got 9 damage.
All right, you throw your hand axe. It strikes this skeleton in its shoulder. The skeleton is clearly wincing in an enormous pain from the impact of the blade, and it's kind of like lowering its shoulder that's holding a hammer. The crawly thing is gonna pop out of the pit and start moving. And that's actually the end of its turn. The skeletons in the rear are now all going to take a turn. So this one's going to move forward. And Silrin, he is aiming an arrow at you.
At me?
I'm sorry, not at Silrin, at Emir in the doorway. And releases an arrow in it. What's your armor class? 18? Or 17? 18. That's a very good armor class. The arrow almost strikes you, and it happens to like nick a little bit of your armor and fall into the ground. The arrow misses. Wow. Okay, so this next skeleton is also going to move forward and attempt the same move with a bow and try to strike you, Emir. And same thing happens. The arrow sails through the air. He manages to like hit the doorway that you're standing next to, but unable to strike. This fourth skeleton is also going to sail an arrow against you. And it misses. Once again, the skeletons are sort of looking at each other like, how can we not hit this guy? What's going on?
Sorry, what is the large creature?
It's a carrion crawler.
Gotcha.
This last skeleton is going to pop out of the pit and try to hit you with its arrow, Emir.
Alright.
This one's going to hit, and that is going to hit you for 4 points of piercing damage. So I think one that puts you at 16. That is the end of round 1. We're now going to start at round 2, and back you are first to act in round 2.
That can't exactly get in and out yet, so he will instead wait to the right of Sibo.
Okay.
And he will prepare to use his sickle on any enemy that gets in melee range.
Okay. And that's the end of his turn?
Yeah.
Melody is going to play a melody from her lute and grant bardic inspiration to Sibo. So Sibo, on your next... I can't remember if it's a D4 or D6.
I think it starts as a D6, and it levels up as she levels up. First tier is D6, and then it goes up to D8, but I don't think she's there yet.
Yep. So Sibo, on your next turn... Oh, I'm sorry, not your next turn. Sibo, for the next 10 minutes within the game, you can add a D6 to an ability check, attack roll, or a saving throw.
Got it.
And it's bardic inspiration, so you can even add it after you see the roll.
But before you know if it succeeds or fails.
Exactly, but before you know if it actually is going to succeed. Alright, that is the end of Melody's turn. We are now going to go to Silver the Pig.
Silverin will nudge one space closer and then prepare to task attack any enemy that comes in melee range.
That's the end of your turn. We're going to turn next to Sibo. Sibo, it's your turn.
So the one that I attacked is still up there.
Yep. But now you have 2 creatures that are in front of it. So, not impossible. You'd have to arc your bow to land a shot, but yep, you have a few creatures in front of it now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to kill that one.
One that is far away from you?
Yes.
Yep, okay.
19 to hit.
Yeah, Sibo, that's a hit. Tell us your damage.
10.
Sibo, that's enough. You want to tell us how you murdered this skeleton?
I aim for his left eye socket, and it pierces right through, and then it crumbles to the ground as it hits.
Yep. And as the skeleton falls down, it drops its bow and arrows and collapses in it's like somebody's playing a xylophone, the way the bones all land on top of one another. And you have slain one skeleton. I believe that's the end of your turn. Do you have a bonus action?
You can also move.
You could also move, yeah.
So, one block is 5 feet.
Yep.
In the map.
Yep.
So you can move 5 spaces.
I'm gonna move 2 forward and 3 to the right. To the left, yes.
Yep, you can do that. That's the end of your turn. We're gonna go to Emir next.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna basically charge at the scary monster thingy there. Kind of hit it. Yeah, basically kind of hit it in whatever looks like a face thing with my 4-axe.
Okay, you're aiming at the face with your axe. Give us an attack roll.
Ymir is like, guys, let's draw him into a choke point. Ymir is also like, alright, I charge at the monster.
Well, someone else already ran in the room and I got 16 to hit.
That hits. Tell us your damage.
I got 8 damage.
Alright, so your axe tries to cleave off a hunk of flesh from the face of this horrible creature. It sort of winces in pain and growls and spits this horrible breath upon you. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Can I take a bonus action? Because I want to.
Yeah, what's your bonus action?
Can I take a second wind?
What is second wind?
I want to say it allows me to regenerate some hit points.
Yes, it does. D10 plus spider level.
9.
So you're back in full.
Alright.
And now that's the end of the turn. Alright, this creepy crawly thing is hissing in anger at you, Ymir, and it's going to it actually has a multi-attack, so it's going to first try to grab you with one of its dirty tentacles, and it misses, but it's also going to try open its mouth and chomp on your legs. And that hits for 7 points of piercing damage. Hitting your leg, freezing or anything, but it takes it packs quite a wallop on your body. And that is the end of the carrion's turn. We're now going to go to the 3 skeletons on the left, and the first one is aiming at you, Soren. I'm sorry, Ymir. That's a miss. The second skeleton is going to do the same. And that is a miss. The third skeleton will also aim its bow, and this one will miss. They are quite upset at their inability to hit you, Ymir. The last skeleton is going to move this way and try to strike you with a hammer. That hits. That does 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Can I use Stone's Endurance, or is that only once, sort of, I don't know. That's a
Yeah, tell us what that is.
Alright, so Stone's Endurance, it allows me to, let me get the screen to load up again.
Okay.
I want to say, allows me to reduce damage I take by a d12. Yeah, I'm 1d12 plus 2 for,
It's a reaction. It counts as a reaction.
Yeah, as a reaction.
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead and make your roll.
And I got 3. Plus 2,
So
so
you
5.
are back at 12. Then.
D12 plus your Constitution modifier.
Oh, so it's 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So you can't use that again until you finish a short or long rest.
Yeah.
So basically, the 4 bludgeoning damage from the hammer is wiped out by that endurance reaction. And that is the end of the skeleton's turn. We're now going to hop over to round 3, and Bat is now first to act.
All right, I guess we're abandoning our choke point plan. So Bat's gonna run up right to be below Ymir.
Okay.
And he's gonna beat the fuck out of that skeleton.
All right, let's see what happens.
So actions his unarmed touch. Wait, his sickle does the same amount of damage. Sickle does a D4. Whack. Yeah, he'll.
Brat prefers unarmed strike.
Okay. How about this? He'll run up and use his sickle and push off it to bound it to the air, and then as he's coming down, he's going to try and kick the skeleton in the head.
Okay.
That is an 18.
So the 18 hits. Tell us your damage.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning damage. All right.
How wounded is it looking?
It looks like it's still standing. Does not look quite that wounded. It hasn't even dropped any of the hammers that it's holding.
Okay. I can't tell based on this sheet, or based on I don't fully know how D&D Beyond works. I don't know if the 3 empty boxes means he's used all of his ki, or if he hasn't, or if he has full ki.
Yeah, he has, because he took a long rest the night before. He restored all his ki, so he still has 3 that he can use. So you fill in the boxes as you use them.
Gotcha. I also can't fill in the boxes.
Oh, that's okay. I'll keep track. I'll keep track if I can.
That's gonna flurry of blows.
Is that 1 key point?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
That hits. Like a 24. It's a natural 19 plus 5.
Yeah.
And 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, with a flurry of mighty blows and punches, you see that the skeleton looks quite weary, and it's reeling from the damage. It's still holding on to its hammers, but it looks much worse for wear, and it looks like it could go down fairly soon.
Cool. That was my first Flurry of Blows attack.
Okay.
Second Flurry of Blows attack. Ah, shit. No. That's a 7.
That's not enough.
Bat
So-
tries to reach into the ribcage and grab the spine, but he's not fast enough.
No spine this time.
And then... yeah, then he will dip back to where he was standing. And
Here?
No,
Here.
like one over to the right. Actually,
Yeah, you can do that. He has 40 movement.
yeah, but I'm just thinking, would that be good? Because then he would be able to run up and hit the skeletons. and
No,
attack.
Bat prefers face-to-face combat, I think, so he might prefer to stay in somewhere closer.
Yeah,
especially
but
because he's so
he's
close to
also
killing it.
he also has a bad AC, so he doesn't want to
Yeah.
be under fire too much from the arrows.
In theory, I can impose protection on you a little bit, which will at least put a disadvantage on any attack roll as long as we stay within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Cool. Yeah, battle, wait and chill.
Okay. Melody is up next. Melody is going to move one step forward. He's actually at 23. What's Melody gonna do? Melody's probably gonna cast Bane. She likes doing that. Melody's gonna cast Bane on these two creatures in front of her to lower their attack rolls, and they need to make a charisma save. And only the skeleton makes the charisma save. So this carrion will have disadvantage. Is it disadvantage? No, a D4
Yeah,
subtracted from their attack roll.
and saving throws.
And saving throws. Okay, thank you for that. That's the end of Melody's
Wait,
turn.
sorry, which ones failed?
Only the carrion crawler in front of
Okay, and the skeleton
large
succeeded.
creature. Yeah, but the skeleton made the save.
What a charming chap.
Yeah. That's the end of Melody's turn. That means we're on Silra next.
He'll chill. He'll move. He'll move forward. He'll move to the left, one space, and he'll chill. He'll prepare to tusk attack any enemy who comes in melee range. But he is not going fucking into that room.
Yeah.
He's a pig, but he's not an animal. He's not a savage.
Sibo, we're on you.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 3 left, so to that corner.
Yep.
And is that door on
That's a door, yes.
Okay, and have we been there or have
Nope.
we not?
You have not been there. If it's dark, you haven't been there yet.
Okay, got it. So let's see. I am gonna try to attack the big monster.
All right. Let's get an attack roll.
E3.
It's 23.
Yes.
Sibo, that's a hit. Can you tell us your damage?
It's 4 damage.
Okay, so.
I also can do 1d8 damage because I have Colossus Slayer.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll.
That's another 2.
All right. Tell us how you harmed this creature. It is reeling from the arrow striking its hide. Tell us what you do.
So I aim at one of the bigger looking tentacles and
Okay.
aim at its roots.
Yep. You managed to hit it with your arrow, and the thing is sees that it's you who has struck it, and it hisses some horrible breath in your direction. And Bat and Emir pick it up in the air. It smells absolutely awful. It smells like dead animals, basically. I believe that's the end of your turn, Sibo?
Yes.
Okay, Emir, it is on you.
Alright, so, just I'm gonna try to, let's say, I don't know. How you probably don't know how low the health is with the crawler, but
I think the skeleton next to you is almost dead, and that'll be one less threat.
Yeah, that was a good way of looking at it. Alright, so can I go to knock the skeleton's head off with my axe?
Yeah, you can try. Make an attack roll.
Got 12 to hit.
You aim with your axe and it manages to dodge your strike.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
I don't know if I have any sort of extra bonus actions I can really do.
Okay.
Well, I have action surge actually. Take it back. Can I use that?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll use my action surge and I'll try to attack the skeleton again.
Okay, let's do it.
And this is a 26 to the end.
Yeah, so that's gonna hit. Go ahead and tell us your damage.
Damage is 13 damage.
Yeah. Tell us how you murdered the skeleton.
Alright, yeah, just knocked it off and pushed over to the field.
Yeah, with that mighty blow, that skeleton has fallen into pieces. Its bones scatter across the ground. The carrion in front of you is actually grimacing to see the skeleton fall to pieces so quickly. I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Alright, this angry creature has Bane, but it's going to try to strike you, Emir. First by trying to strike you with one of its long tentacles near its face. Bane is a D4 or D6?
D4.
D4? Okay. 14 plus 8 to hit. That one hits. Here, you've been struck by 4 points of poison damage, and you need to make a Constitution check.
Saving throw.
It's Constitution saving throw. Thank you.
I think fighters have proficiency in that. In the top left of your D&D Beyond sheet.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a Constitution check.
Saving throw.
Constitution save.
Yeah. So I got a 12.
That's not enough. You are now paralyzed.
Beautiful.
Ah, shit.
And what happens when you're paralyzed is you can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against you have advantage. And any attack that hits you is a critical hit if you're within 5 feet.
Paralyzed
So-
is really, really good.
This creature has one more attack and it's going to try to bite you with its horrible teeth. And it has advantage, even with Bane. That's a hit. 14 points of piercing damage.
I'm very good.
You're unconscious. That's the end of the carrying Crawler's turn. We're now going to... I'm sorry, Ymir. You have a chance to come back with death save, so I'll explain that the next time you have a turn. The
Or
three
if someone
skeletons...
in Melody heals him.
The three skeletons on the left are now going to take some turns. This one is going to move forward and shoot an arrow at Sibo. And it hits, doing 4 points of piercing damage, Sibo. Yikes. This next skeleton is going to move ahead and also attack you, Sibo.
By the way, in Roll20, if you edit someone's number, like in the green circle, you can just do like -4 and it'll automatically calculate.
Yeah. This next one missed, and this last skeleton is going to move forward too and attack you, Sibo, and it hits for another 4 points of piercing damage. And that is the end of the 3 skeletons. All the enemies have moved. We're now going to start round 3, and Bat is first to act.
Alright. Wait, shit, Bat has... God damn it. Wait, Flurry of Blows should have done a thing last round when I hit. I forgot unarmed. Or I forgot open hand stuff. One sec, let me... is Ymir paralyzed, or is he also grappled?
He's only paralyzed.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Bat is going to move up to the carrion crawler. Gonna just move up 1 space. And is going to hit it in the face with his... he is going to take a piece of stone that he finds on the ground. He's gonna try and shove it up the carrion crawler's mouth.
What is this, unarmed strike?
This is just flavoring for an unarmed strike.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Okay.
That is 13.
13's enough. Tell us what. So this stone goes up the carrion's nostrils.
Does it have like a big like circular mouth or something?
Yeah, it's a gigantic, like how would I describe it? Like a clown would paint its mouth with a whole lot of like lipstick, so it's in a weird curved shape.
Well, Bat just tries to like. He has the rock in his hand and he punches far into his mouth and then pulls out his hand but leaves the rock in there. And that is so that is 5 damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to flurry of blows.
Okay.
Again, so that's another key point.
Yep. 2 key points.
Yeah, he's first gonna flurry blows and then hopefully it hits.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Nope, that's a miss. Unless an 8 hits, which would be
an 8
very nice.
does not hit.
And then that's a goddamn natural 1, so never mind.
Yeah. Bat swings at the air, tries to punch and kick, and these next few attempts do not hit. Do not hit.
And Bat does not want to get poisoned, so he's not going to impose an opportunity attack by leaving.
Yeah.
So he's, I guess, gonna big chill.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Melody, is your turn. Melody is going to move 1 step forward. Heal anybody is a good question. Let's see.
Those berries.
Healing
Sorry,
word.
I'm kind of dead.
Yeah, she can healing word at 1st or 2nd level. Bonus action, 60-foot range, D4 plus charisma modifier.
So the healing word could work to gain back hit points, but Ymir will still be paralyzed.
Yeah.
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah, she could lesser restoration to end the poison.
So that's 2 different. She has to pick one.
Yeah. Are there any other healing effects?
Of lesser restoration?
No, can anyone else in the party heal?
I don't know.
Healing magic?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think Sibo does.
Silren could, but can't currently.
Melody's gonna cast Lesser Restoration to remove the paralysis from Ymir.
Okay.
So, Ymir, you're still unconscious, but you're no longer paralyzed.
Melee attacks against him are still auto crits while he's unconscious. Being unconscious and being paralyzed are kind of similar effects, since he can't react to anything.
I guess that's the end of Melody's turn. She can't do anything. She's gonna move.
Can Melody drag Ymir out of the place?
Big body can move.
And move back?
Let me see. Her movement is only 25, and I would impose disadvantage on her because Ymir is 3 times her size.
Oh.
So if her movement's only 25, I don't know if she can do it all in one turn.
Well, okay. Well, she used 2 feet of movement, or 10 feet of movement to get up to him, and then she could use 10 of her movement to move 5 feet back. And that would pull him.
She would have to make a strength check, I think, to see if he can do it.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out there. It's just an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Melody's gonna stand and wait. And that's the end of her turn. We're gonna go to Silren next.
How fast can a pig move? Where are the pig stats? They're in Discord.
We're in Discord.
Pig can move 30 feet. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I can do... Can I see the map again? I have the stats. Oh. Well, shit. Melody's standing in the way now. I can't. I was gonna see if I could try and pull him through the door, but I can't move there because then that would end my space at Melody's space. So yeah, Silverin will just prepare to melee attack any enemy that comes in range.
Okay. Sibo, we're back on you.
So, Ymir is unconscious?
Correct.
You said?
Correct.
So I'm gonna move all my speed to 5 plus right.
By the way, your sound is sounding kind of glitchy right
Yeah.
Yeah, internet sucks here.
Internet's no good.
Yeah,
3 to the right, you say?
all my speed to move right, so
it.
behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna give, I'm gonna feed Ymir 7 good berries.
Well, do 1. I don't know that you could do all 7 at once.
I thought
Not during
berries
battle.
and
Yeah, but not during battle.
Okay, well,
So what's the
one
limit?
hit point, he'll still be conscious.
Yeah.
He can hopefully go before the carrying crawler and then disengage and dip.
Yep.
yeah, but I still want to know what's the maximum you can feed somebody with berries. In a
You can
battle.
feed them. Yeah, you can feed them more, but during
A
battle,
creature can
because
use its
each
action
turn
to
is
eat
6
one
seconds.
berry.
Yeah, you would be able to do 1 berry in 1 turn. But outside of battle, you can feed the person plenty.
Okay, so it's 1 per battle,
1 per turn during a battle.
and does that count as my action?
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's like a help action.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so Ymir, you're alive. And Sibo, I think that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I cannot attack at this point, so
Alright. Let's go to Ymir.
So, since I have a hit point, can I just like jump back towards the doorway and throw an axe at the monster, kind of screaming at it and panic?
If you don't disengage, you'll get an opportunity attack as you leave.
Yeah, so the way... Yeah, so if you move and try to attack, the creature will get what's called an opportunity attack, because it's within 5 feet of you, and you could die again. Or if you take an action called disengage, that allows you to run away without the creature trying to harm you.
That'd probably be the better choice. Yeah, I'll disengage.
So you disengage and move here, or you could actually push past Melody.
Yeah, probably go, push past Melody and probably get behind her.
Okay. Like this?
You could also
Yeah.
dip behind the corner. So
Yeah, you still have 10 more feet of movement.
Okay, then. Yeah, definitely behind the corner then.
Like here?
Yeah.
Here?
Fine.
Alright, we're gonna go to the carrion crawler, which is now going to attack Bat. First,
Alright.
by trying to strangle him with this tentacle. And it misses, thanks to Bane and whatnot.
let's go.
But it's now going to try to bite Bat as well. 17?
17 hits.
Yeah, that's enough. That's going to hit. So, it's
Is that 17 with the minus d4?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Well, the minus was, I got a -2, so 15, I think, still hits Bat.
Yeah, his AC is 14.
Yeah, that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage to Bat. I
Ouch.
think that puts you at 17.
Yes, it does.
So now this thing's attention is now all oriented on Bat. That is the end of its turn. The skeletons are going to advance. This one's going to move here, and
Can Bat say something?
yeah,
Let's go back through the door, please.
This first skeleton's going to move forward and try to strike an arrow at Seabog. And that is definitely a hit. That's going to do 4 points of piercing damage, Seabog. This next skeleton is going to also aim at Seabog and hit for another 4 points of piercing damage. And the last skeleton is going to do the same. That is... I'm sorry, Seabog. That is also a hit. You're now down to 2 hit points. The skeletons look very motivated by all of this, and that's the end of round 3. We are now starting round 4. Bat, it's your turn to act.
Bat is going to disengage as an action. Actually, no, Bat's doing fine on health, but also doesn't want to get poisoned and is almost out of ki. So Bat's going to disengage as an action.
Okay.
And then go through the door.
Yep.
And he will stand just south of the corner.
Like here?
Yeah.
Or here? Here.
Yes, there, yes.
That's the end of his turn?
Yeah, he doesn't have any bonus actions he can do.
Alright, we're going to go to Melody. Melody is going to give... Melody's going to cure wounds on Sibo. That's what she would do. That's what she would do. Oh no, actually Healing Word might do a little more.
No, Cure Wounds is more.
Cure Wounds does more? Oh wait, she doesn't have Cure Wounds. Alright. Healing Words. All she needs to do is be able to see her.
Yep.
See you, so she's gonna cast it. 1d4 plus the spell modifier, so 2d4. Sibo, Melody heals you for 10 hit points.
Awesome.
So you should be back at 12 now. And Melody...
Bat is yelling at Melody to move back out of the doorway.
Yeah. She's gonna use her turn to move back 3 spaces.
Also, you can throw a rock at it! Because she has her action left.
No, she cast her spell already, though.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, Healing Word is bonus action?
Yes. The benefit of Healing Word is that it's long-ranged and easy to use in addition to other things.
Good to know.
But it does less healing than Cure Wounds.
She's going to use her sling, then, to try to attack this carrion crawler. Look at Melody being helpful today. Thanks, Teddy. Alright, so sling it is. Let's see what happens. And that is a hit with the sling for 4 points of damage right in its head. The carrion crawler doesn't seem to be that miffed by it, but it's starting to get to half of its health. That's the end of Melody's turn. We're gonna go to Silver the Pig next.
Silver will prepare to melee attack anything that comes in melee range.
Okay. Debo.
Any enemy comes in range.
I'm gonna move in front of Melody.
Okay.
And attack the big creature.
Carrion, okay.
8 probably won't hit.
8 is not enough.
Yep.
You have any other bonus actions?
No.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. Ymir.
Can I squeeze next to Sifu and just throw one of my hand axes at the crawler?
Yes, you can, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
My actions. It's a 13 to hit.
That is enough to hit. So you throw your axe in the air, it lands directly in the shoulder, if it had a shoulder, so kind of like by its neck, and tell us your damage on this creature.
7.
Alright. So, and this is an axe or a hammer?
That's a throwing axe.
Okay, so the throwing axe lands squarely in its body. It's kind of stuck in the green, scaly underbelly. I believe that is the end of your turn.
Would it be possible to scoot back, or? You
can. You still have movement.
Okay, yeah. Can I scoot back to where I was?
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Yeah, these creatures are getting. The skeletons are actually getting a little bit motivated. We're now going to start round 5. I'm sorry, I'm not going to start round 5 because the creatures are going to get to move. The carrion is actually going to move 30 movement. And it could actually get here. And
it's gonna squeeze.
But is it big enough that it won't fit?
If it's going through that doorway, then it's starting to squeeze, which means
it is climbing onto the wall. Because these creatures can climb into the wall. So it's actually going to climb the wall that's closest to Bat. And it's going to try to bite.
But it's still a large creature going through a medium space, which means it's squeezing. Which would mean that it moves there's like a few different penalties for squeezing. Oh wait,
tell me.
Sorry, I posted this earlier and I wrote down the page, but I forgot to. Page 192.
192.
Squeeze space that is large enough for a creature of a size smaller than it. Thus, a large creature can squeeze through a passage that's only 5 feet wide. While squeezing through a space, a creature must spend 1 extra foot of movement for every foot there. It also has disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage while it's in the smaller space. So
it's
while
gonna
it's while it's going through the doorway, it's like still trying to wiggle through.
Yep.
And
it has enough movement to be able to do that.
Okay.
But now it has disadvantage on its attack roll, which
Yes.
it will take. So let's see what happens. Give me a moment. It's going to attack back. It's going to have disadvantage. It still also has Bane, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that's going to be a miss. It's not happy about that. So it's hissing in the general direction of everybody, and that's the end of its turn.
Hell yeah.
The skeletons are going to advance. This skeleton will move over here and strike at Sibo.
Oh wait, the monster is squeezed, so it's blocking everything?
Presently,
So it can attack me then.
the skeleton is using an arrow to arc over the monster to attack you. It's not, yeah.
But see, like, I thought the creature was big enough that it blocks the whole view of, like, the corridor or, like, the door itself.
I guess 9 to 10 feet tall, like it probably reaches the ceiling. You might be right about this. Let me think about this.
Yeah.
My interpretation is when a medium creature is going through a medium doorway, it's like its presence in battle makes it so enemies can't pass through 5 feet of it. So it can guard the doorway, but it's not like taking up the entire width of the doorway.
Yeah.
But when a large creature is going through there and it has to squeeze, that's like supposed to be like it is taking up the full width and needs to pull itself through physically.
Okay.
So this creature is medium-sized?
This creature is large.
Large. So, yeah.
If that's the case, the 3 skeletons are all going to move over here. And they're gonna sit there and ready their bows. And that's the end of the round. It's time for the next round. Bat, your first act.
Bat looks at the carrion crawler that's like wiggling through, and he cracks his knuckles. He's just gonna lay into it. That probably. Oh, sorry.
You have advantage on attack rolls now.
That's a crit.
All right, tell me what happens. Tell me the damage.
Not super high, but decent. 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I feel like we can kill this thing before next round, right? Are we confident?
Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah. Okay. Then Bat won't flurry blows, but he will bonus action. Does it have nuts that Bat can kick or no?
Bat might not know enough about this animal's anatomy, but he could imagine where such a thing might be.
Bat's gonna one of the eyes. Does it have like eye sockets?
Yes.
As it looks at it, Bat's gonna punch it right in the eye.
Okay.
Advantage. 15.
15's enough.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. This thing is kind of like falling down, and its legs, its tentacles are not moving as fast as it was in the beginning, and its breath is slowing down after all these blows.
Hell yeah.
I think that's the end of the turn.
Yes, that is my turn. And I can move,
Melody.
but I'm not going to.
Melody have any more healing?
She's first level spell slots.
Melody's gonna cast Healing Word on Emir, because Emir I think was still really low. Emir, she's gonna heal you back 7 hit points.
Awesome, I'm now at 8 hit points.
And I think she can use Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action.
Yes, she can.
So,
Although Healing Word is also a bonus action.
oh, that's right. All right, so she's gonna attack with her sling and see if she can hit this thing. She has an advantage on attack roll, so it's 18 for one and 24 for the other one. That one's gonna hit.
Just barely.
Both gonna hit. Yeah. That's 5 points of damage from the sling. This thing is almost dead. It's starting. Its body, it's writhing. Its legs are kind of getting more stuck against the wall. It's finding it really difficult to move, and it is really hurt. at this stage. Soren.
This would be the one time for Silren to actually do a thing, but he can't get into melee.
Yeah, that's right.
So he'll taunt the carrion crawler.
Okay. How's he gonna do that?
He'll through a strange series of pig sounds, he's gonna do his best approximation of a person laugh. And he's gonna sit on his hind legs and point his front paw at him and point as if he's like he's gonna put his other paw on his belly like he's cracking up.
The creature doesn't seem to notice, but the creature is kind of passing out momentarily as it seems. Soren, that's the end of your turn. We're gonna go to Sibo next.
I'm gonna move behind Ymir.
Like this? You should take a disengage as an action then. So, if you just move Ymir and you want to also attack, this thing gets an opportunity attack against you. Or you can take disengage as an action and it won't get to attack you.
Well, actually, no. I'm gonna attack first and then move.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use my longbow.
If you're making a ranged attack while a hostile creature is within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage on the attack.
Disadvantage, yeah. Yeah, you don't normally you would use a scimitar because you're at close range. I think it's a scimitar you have. I can't remember.
21. Wait, what was he saying about ranged weapon and close range?
So because you're close range, Sibo typically uses his scimitar because you have disadvantage with the bow.
While within melee of a hostile enemy.
Because it's too close to you during combat.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I'll actually use my scimitar then.
Okay.
Keep on you have advantage.
21.
21 hits. Go ahead and slice this creature. Tell us what you do.
And it's 7 damage. So I am going to go strike underneath what it seems to be its head.
Mm-hmm.
Deep in the skull.
Mm-hmm.
And then pull it out. And as I pull out my scimitar, it starts to ooze out all the grossness and start to burst a little.
Not only does it burst and release all this blood and guts and the horrible smell all over the floor, its body contracts and it shrinks in size so that it is possible for you to walk over its body and get into the next room. But this creature is now dead. So well done, Sibo. I think that is now.
I'm gonna move.
Oh no, yeah. Oh
no.
yeah. Move.
I'm gonna move. Behind Melody, actually.
Yep. All right. We're gonna go to Ymir next.
So I kind of like grunt and be a little upset. Like I was hoping to kill that, you know.
Yeah.
Then I don't know. There's someone who I don't know, probably wants to just charge through the door and after the skeletons now, but I don't know if it's a great plan.
So I think you can because your AC is high enough. There's a lot of chance that they'll miss.
Also, this would forego you attacking, but if you take the dodge action, then every attack against you is disadvantage until starting your next turn. Then you have advantage on dex saves, but I don't think it matters right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like just kind of like run past carrion, kind of just barrel through that first skeleton and just stop there. I don't know.
Good. You could also attack. What's your movement? 20, 30. You could still attack.
Okay. So can I try to like run through that first skeleton, kind of just run it over, rock it, and then I guess attack the second one that's standing to the left.
Wait, this one over here? Or
My idea, I guess we kind of run into the first one, see if I can knock it off balance or knock it over potentially.
you want to try to shove them? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I guess
push him. All right, give me a second. That
would be in place of your attack.
Okay, never mind then. Just run up and hit the first one then.
Okay. No problem.
Sorry, there's a lot of thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's okay. Everybody's learning, so that works.
If you get to level 5, fighters get 2 attacks per action, and then you can forego one of them to make a shove or grapple.
Okay. Right. So for my battle axe to hit, I've got a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that's enough.
And for damage, I've got an 8.
Tell us how you hit this creature.
Alright, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna sink my axe as deep as I can into its shoulder blade.
It sinks deep within its shoulder blade, and it looks like it is very close to death. Well done. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I still move back at all?
Yes, but it'll get opportunity attacking you.
Okay. Oh, that's a fair point. I keep forgetting that's the thing. I
You
guess
could
we'll
move
stay
one
there.
to the left if you wanted to,
With that,
or you could just stay put.
Actually, I'll move one to the left so that way people have a firing angle.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. We're going to go to the skeletons next, and the one that's closest to you is going to try to strike you with its hammer. Oh, wow. Just misses with its hammer. So again, it almost it lunges towards you with its bony arm and tries to strike you in your side, but you somehow manage to dodge this creature's blow. The second skeleton is going to try to hit you with an arrow from its bow, and it misses. And the third skeleton, totally misses his arrow. The arrow wildly seems to shoot out of its bow and hit the ceiling. So now the skeletons are looking quite... they're looking a little anxious, as skeletons could look at the end of that round. And so we are now about to begin the next round, starting with Bat.
Okay. Bat will charge in. Can I move diagonally through an enemy space?
Yeah, I allow you to do that.
Okay.
You want to do this? Yeah.
Yes. Well, I was also thinking if I was just north of Ymir, could I move up right one to be between all of the skeletons?
Let me see. You have 40, so yep. You want to be here? Yep. You can.
I think first. Sorry. Wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah. So that only uses 25 feet movement. So I actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. First, I'm gonna stand to the right of Ymir.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just as I run forward, I'm gonna pull out my sickle and I'm gonna try and slash the skeleton in half.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
That is what's my bonus? Bonus 5. That's a 12.
Yeah, the sickle comes very close to striking the skeleton's rib cage, but it does not connect, and Bat whiffs at the air.
Then I will unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
That hits. 21.
That hits.
6 damage.
Yeah, you knock the wind out of this thing. It is now dead. Tell us how you knock it out.
I miss with my sickle, as I guess it ducks under the attack, and I keep moving forward with my attack, and I fully spin around before my other hand, with that spinning momentum, backhands the skeleton's head off.
Nice. So
and then I would like to
skull. Yeah, go ahead.
And I like to move forward to be between the two other skeletons so they can't use their bows.
Like this?
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that. Wow, that's the end of your turn. And the skull from that skeleton you just murdered is like rolling towards the wall on the left. Well done, Bat. We're now going to go to Melody, who now can move forward. And she's going to go here and use her... Actually, she's going to go here and use her sling at the closest skeleton. Oh, that's a hit! With 14. So that's going to do some bludgeoning damage. That's going to do 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Does she have any cantrips that can hurt?
Does she have any other cantrips? No, she can mock them. Bonus action... 2-weapon fighting. Oh, she can throw a dagger as her second attack then. Oh no, she can't. Sling.
I don't think a sling counts as a light weapon.
No, it does not. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of her turn. Soren is next.
Fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes. I can just barely get in there. Someone's gonna charge forward, right there, and is gonna fucking try to ram that skeleton.
Alright, let's see what happens.
Slam attack! +2 to hit! Yeah! 12!
Pig versus skeleton, and this time the skeleton wins. The pig tries and tries, but does not seem to be able to knock the skeleton down.
Alright. That's all my movement, and I don't have I can't bonus action do anything. So yeah,
I think that's it.
Chilling.
Sibo, back to you.
Okay. So 5 forward, I guess.
Yep, you can do that.
And our two skeletons not in full HP, like they've been damaged.
This one has been hit once. This one has not been hit at all.
Okay. Can I hit the damaged one?
With your bow?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what happens.
15.
That is enough. Tell us your damage.
8 damage, and then I need to do D8 for additional 1.
For your Colossus, what is it, Colossus Slayer?
No, it's not a large creature.
Yeah.
You have Colossus
So
Slayer.
the,
Yes, you can use it.
so the first damage was 8, and I got additional 7.
From the D8?
Yes.
Yeah, Sibo, you kill this thing. Tell us how you kill it.
I strike. Looks like what is used to be where the heart is, and his ribcage just crumbles, and all of a sudden it drops to the ground like ashes.
As that occurs, all of the items it's carrying, the hammers and his bow and arrows, also scatter across the floor. Well done, Sibo. We're going to go to Emir next.
I have a question. How deep is the pit?
Yeah.
Give me a second. That up.
Because it's a large creature.
The skeleton?
No, the
Carry on.
big monster was large, and
Yeah.
we couldn't see the monster when it was in the pit, so it must be pretty deep.
Because if we could push that skeleton in there,
Yeah,
gravity can do the rest of the work.
That's all I could think. I'm like, Sparta kick. It's gonna happen. Sparta kick.
It's a 10-foot pit. 10 foot down.
Are there like stairs going up?
There are no stairs, but there are like spikes coming out of the pit.
Ooh, how the
Let me
skeleton
see.
get out of there?
It's a sloped pit coming from the so like if you're on solid ground, you can enter the pit from any of the 3 sides of it, sloping down.
Gotcha.
So a creature coming from the pit could just walk upwards.
But if it were to tumble back into the spikes, it wouldn't have a very good day.
It wouldn't have a good day. But if it could stand again, it could climb right back out of the pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we think we're gonna take a short rest after this? I'd like to.
Yeah, this would be a good thing.
Okay.
Emir, it's on you. What would you like to do?
Part of me, I don't know.
Do it.
Yeah. Can I just just shove him into the pit. Just like both hands, just hit him right in the shoulders, like full force, shove him into the pit, like hard as I can.
Shove action.
He makes an athletics check versus the skeleton's athletics or acrobatics. And if he succeeds, he can either push the skeleton prone or push it back 5 feet.
So you're probably going to push him back to fall into the pit, right?
Yeah. So sure. Full athletics.
So it's an athletics check versus his...
I think the skeleton can choose athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Pull up that number. So, Emir, go ahead and tell me your value first. And I'm going to roll this guy.
Athletics. I got 8. I pulled a natural 1.
Natural 1.
But I got a 7+ bonus.
So he already rolled an 11 plus whatever his bonus is. So he's going to be able to withstand your shove.
Aw, man, I was hoping this was gonna be like the shove to end all shoves.
No. You lunge at the rib cage, but he manages to dodge it, and he's holding his hammers, looking very intently on striking. That's the end of your turn, so it's actually his turn. He's going to try to hit you, Emir.
Alright,
That's a hit. That is 5 points of bludgeoning damage with the hammer. Still alive.
Down to 3 though.
And that's the end of his turn. It's not going to move. We're going to go back to the next round. I think it's round 7, and Bat is going first.
All right, Poggers. Bat has a plan. Bat is an open hand monk. So first, Bat is going to try to punch the skeleton in the face.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
That is, I believe, is a hit of 15.
15 hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then Bat is going to use his last key point to flurry of blows. Hoping to God that he hits one of these.
Might do it.
If he does, regardless of damage, this can be so glorious. That's a 13.
That's not enough.
All right, second attack. That hits. That unless he has 24 AC or 25 AC rather. All right, so first, before I roll damage, can he make a strength saving throw?
What purpose?
One of my open hand techniques.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Starting when you choose, I won't read the full ability, but first level of open hand monk is when you hit with your flurry of blows, you can do an extra effect.
Yes. You want to like knock him down or something?
I would like to push him up to 15 feet away from me.
Yeah. Okay, so the creature needs to make a save.
Yes.
And
a strength saving throw versus DC 11.
Okay. That's a nat 1. If the push works.
Before Bat even rolls damage, he punches once in the face. He punches again, but the skeleton catches his punch. So then Bat turns fully around and extends his leg and kicks the skeleton back as it sails back into the pit. And hopefully, it says up to 15 feet, so I get to choose. So I'm gonna aim it to go right into the spikes.
You could absolutely do that.
Hell yeah! And then just in case, that's another 7 bludgeoning damage from the actual hit.
He's gonna take 6 points of damage from the spikes, so he's at 1 hit point. You can see that he's still moving back, but I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yes, it is. That'll. Is he like restrained from being like impaled?
He's prone right now, and his body has been impaled with a number of these spikes. So he's gonna need to use his turn to stand up first before he can do anything else. He looks very, very damaged.
Bat will
expire at any moment.
Bat will use his movement to drop prone to hopefully be outside of line of sight.
In his current position, where he's standing now.
Is he in line of sight right now?
Yeah, but the skeleton would have to look up out of the pit to see Bat. But yeah,
if Bat drops prone, hopefully that would lower his profile, so he wouldn't be able to see from the. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
I will do that, and then I'll end my turn.
All right, we're gonna go to Melody next. Melody is going to move forward and try to kill this thing with her sling. Finally.
This was an intense fight.
Oh, just not enough. She's gonna curse her luck. She doesn't want to.
Does she have height advantage? Well, also the skeleton's prone, so range attacks have disadvantage anyway.
Yeah, she does not, and she's a halfling.
Well, height advantage is, I don't know
because
if
it's 10 feet. Yeah. I've seen different rules. Like if you're above ground a certain amount, you get like bonus on your attack rolls. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it's a rule in the book, but I typically do. If you have a significant enough like height above the creature, your range attacks have advantage.
Yeah. I would do that for like Emir. I think is tall enough and above ground, so I think that would logically make sense. So, if it makes logical sense, I would grant you advantage on this. Melody, because she's short, even though she's above ground, like the angle wouldn't quite work.
Shooting like 10 feet down into a pit.
What if she stood on my shoulders?
If she stood on your shoulders, she could do it. She could do that, but she already used her. She already shot her sling.
Yeah, it's fair. It was more of a joke than anything. I thought that was funny.
That would be a cool
Does that mean
move.
we could just like carry one of them on my shoulder and we'd always have like a height advantage in a fight?
Well, in either,
Yeah, I think we can think about that.
in either case, you'd still have disadvantage on the ranged attack because he's prone. The skeleton.
So you have disadvantage against him, against the skeleton.
Yes, the skeleton's prone, right?
Yeah, the skeleton's prone.
Yeah, ranged attacks against prone creatures have disadvantage.
Okay.
If she had height advantage, it would cancel out, but...
So she doesn't hit anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of her turn. We're gonna go to, the pig next, Silren.
I mean, Soren's not gonna jump down into a bed of spikes. He had some adrenaline pumping for when he tried to go ram that skeleton, but like, he's not stupid. He'll chill. He'll big chill. He'll pig chill.
Chill action. We're gonna go to Sibo next.
Okay. Can I move left diagonal 4 so I'm next to Melody?
Yep. That's 3. You have
And-
2 more spots to move.
Well, actually, I think I'm good here to attack the skeleton with my bow and finish it off.
So he's prone, which means you have disadvantage, so you just need to take 2 attack rolls and see which one is worse. But you still have Melody's Bardic Inspiration from earlier if you want to use one of them. If you want to use it.
Wait, so why do I have to roll?
So the skeleton is prone, it's not standing upright.
Which means
Oh.
his profile is lower.
Yeah, so like it's harder, he's not, yeah, basically he's a little bit harder to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration then.
Well, you can use it after you roll.
Yeah, you can roll first and then if it's not good enough, you don't have to use the inspiration.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. 16.
Wow, 16 at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Dang,
The other one was 20. Yeah, not net 20, just natural 20.
Yeah, I think it's not going to matter. Whatever you roll for damage, you're going to kill this skeleton. So tell us how you kill.
Oh shit! Wait, there's another skeleton.
No, he was dead already. There were 5.
Okay.
There were only 5. Yeah, he died a long time ago. Remember?
He was the first one to die. Actually.
I was so concerned that I was like spending the last of my resource to get this glory kill, and then like, oh my god.
I should have removed him from the stream. Simo, tell us how you kill this last skeleton that's remaining.
I'm gonna slightly jump, and then with the slow action in my hand, get my focus on, and suddenly, and then it hits his head, and then it crumbles to the spike.
And it's no longer moving. Congratulations! I'm gonna go ahead and maybe I'm thinking we should take like a 5-10 minute break. I'm gonna add up the experience points and tell you what treasures you find. So if you want to take a short break, like a human break, like out of the game,
Okay.
take a human break, 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna spend a few minutes figuring out
Gotcha.
how much experience points it is, and I'll put it in the chat as well as whatever items you find on the creatures.
Okay. Also,
sound alright?
also in the game, that would vote to take a short rest.
Yeah, I think Ymir would do the
Melody
same.
would too.
Yep. So we're gonna take short break after.
Okay, so in the game, the characters are taking a short rest in this room.
Can I retrieve my, I don't know, can I like retrieve my hand axes
Yeah,
first?
you can get your
Now
So
is
We
now
just
is a good-
assume that like large items like javelins and hand axes you can retrieve. Smaller things like arrows, if they're bent, you wouldn't be able to retrieve them. But your hand axes, you can get that. And if anybody wants to use hit dice to heal back up, you could take that during your short rest, obviously.
Yeah, how does that work again?
So you can actually use as many hit dice as you have. You roll each one separately, and based on each one you get, you just add those hit points to your current hit point total. You get those hit dice back after you take a long rest.
Alright, so where would I find my hit dice, I guess?
Oh, where do you find it? Is that the question?
Yeah.
So let me see here. On the top, where it says short, well, the easiest way to find it is to click on short rest, which is near the top of your screen.
I'm just trying to find that. Oh, there we go. I have to click on it.
And then
Yeah,
when
what
you
does-
click on it, it'll show you your class and what hit die you have.
Okay, yeah. So I have a hit die of 1d10 plus 2. and I have 2 of those. So
yeah. So you can take one first and see, like if you max out after one, you don't need to take both of them.
Okay. So I gotta roll a d10 then.
Yeah.
And roll a 10. Wonderful. So I'm up to 18.
So if you want to roll the second ones, you're at max. You can also do that. It's up to you.
I think I'll save the second one, and I'll just take the rest.
Okay. So split among 5 characters, it's 165 experience points.
There are 6 characters.
Were the 6? Wait, 6 characters?
I know Silren didn't do much, but he is here.
Oh, Silren gets experience points.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I feel like now I'm taking it away from other people.
No. Everybody gets experience points who participated in the battle.
11 hammers. That's a lot of hammers. I feel like we should sell them and try to see if we can obtain better gear.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I hope they're in like decent condition or something. Because if they're just a bunch of like rusty hammers covered in like dried blood, then people might not want to buy them. But
that is a very good point.
yeah, I mean, I feel like we definitely won't need these hammers, but we will need money. Maybe there's an antique collector.
But I was thinking though, we could always try to con the townsfolk into thinking they're like items of historical value. You know, the hammers they were used in a war or something important. Who knows? I'm bad at coming up with backstory for stuff like that. But
We could also try and pretend like they're useful for getting busy. As apparently that's all this goddamn town cares about.
that is a market.
Always do like a persuasion thing, and then we can just do persuasion check and just let them buy it for a higher price.
Yeah, Melody's our bard, so hopefully she's good at haggling. Also, actually, Bat has really good charisma.
Yeah, my character has his only thing is basically she's just strong. That's it. That's he's smart, not particularly fast, not really either. Just strong. I don't even know. I feel like that fight kind of knocked my character's I don't know what you want to call it, like confidence down a peg or two. He's like, yeah, big strong thing, gets immediately paralyzed and almost dies in a fight.
Yeah. So maybe you learn something about battle tactics a little bit.
Yeah, rely on the choke point a little more, because it seemed to me like when we finally actually like all went back through the door, the fight went a lot faster.
It's actually interesting because your character, Brett, has such a high armor class. The skeletons were not able to get him. Really, it was the bug.
I was like, that's funny. That's great to me. I don't know. Yeah, I still feel like
Yeah,
I have a question.
Blake, go ahead.
So when skeletons were hitting Sibo, they were all rolling 16 and above?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I mean, some of the raw numbers weren't 16, but they have +4 to hit, so they were getting you.
Oh, +4. Okay.
Yeah. But nobody died. This is Brett's first battle with this party.
Yay!
Yeah.
I can think is we just got done with this really brutal fight, and we haven't even fought like the big scary things that we ran away from in the first place. Like, at least the group did. All right, clearly there's a lot more going down here than I think we were realizing.
It's around 1 in the afternoon in the game, so if people have just woken up from their short rest, if you want to eat, now would be a good time to use some rations and be sure you're fed.
Yeah, that'd probably be good. Yeah,
I'm still eating in real life.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna talk about how we're gonna split the things?
Yeah, you should.
Would it be okay if I take all the arrows because I'm the ranger?
I won't argue that.
I don't know. I was really looking forward to using them. I'm lying.
Oh,
I don't
that's not
have any
a bad character. I'm taking them. I'm not arguing with that.
It is I, Bat, the Master Archer.
And I'll take 2 bows. So the other 2 bows, people can grab and sell them.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do you need 3 bows?
No, I am also gonna try to sell some of it too. Wait, so are they short bow or long bow?
Well, they're all longbows.
Oh, they're all long bows, so it can be a little useful. I don't know. So they're ordinary ones. Nothing with
Yep,
nothing.
you inspect them thoroughly. You don't detect any special markings or materials. They look to be made out of wood. Look very familiar to you.
Well, we all fought the skeletons. How about we sell the bows and hammers and split the gold that we get from them? I don't know. That's what makes sense to me. Bet the character who Teddy doesn't own.
Melody says that's what the bonfire crew usually does. Is we sell things and share the money. So I think we should keep doing that.
Okay, so in that case, so Ranger gets all the arrows, but all the rest of the things will sell and split the gold. Okay, and who's carrying it? Emir?
I suppose I'll carry the hammers and stuff until I have to carry the pig.
Well, the pig can walk by himself now.
So you don't have to do that chore anymore.
That's fair. Alright, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Well, we still need to get up the ladder.
Yeah, we still need to get out. We're still in here.
Yeah. Well, you still haven't found a way to open the door, so
Yeah.
can't get out yet.
Goliaths also specifically have an ability where they're better at carrying shit.
Well,
Yeah, his strength is enormous, so he can carry a lot.
Its strength, the carrying capacity is determined by the strength score and the size of the creature. And Goliaths have an ability where they count as one size larger when calculating carrying capacity. Nice. So they're like very, very good at that.
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, 300 pounds or something, maybe.
It's 15 pounds per point of your strength score. So what is your strength score?
600 pounds. His capacity is 600 pounds, which is, yeah, plenty.
That's great. I'm glad that I can.
Yeah, one extra pig hopefully shouldn't be too much. I believe in you. I'm saying this all in pig form. I'm giving you hooves up.
Melody wonders aloud. Doesn't anybody in the party know how to speak with animals?
I do.
I have animal handling as well, but.
Well, do you want to talk to Soren and see if he has any opinions about anything we're doing right now?
So does that mean I have to use my spell slot?
If you want to cast Speak with Animals, yes.
Silren does this with his hoof.
So basically, no? Is that no or yes?
Can you make an intelligence check, Sibo, with advantage? Because you've been spending more time around how this pig is communicating.
I got 16.
Yeah, so even though you don't know the exact words Silren was trying to communicate, you understand the gestures do in fact mean, don't worry, you don't have to cast that spell.
Basically,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, do we still want to go back to Vine Shape Firth, or do we want to investigate more around the mines to see if there's any key or hints to converge it back to?
Well, I think us finding the key was with the interest of going back to Bindshade Firth, and we can't do that until we find either a key or a different way out. So, Bat would like to look for a key in this room.
Anybody who wants to look for a key in this room, you could tell me what you're looking through. You'll either make a perception check or an investigation check. But tell me what you're trying to do.
I would like to look for a key. Ooh.
Investigation?
Natural 20 plus 2.
Or investigation?
Yes.
I'm bad. Okay. Anybody else doing something like this?
Yeah, can I look for anything key related down in the pit?
Yeah, so you're going to gingerly go in the pit? Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. Sibo, you doing anything?
I roll 18.
What are you trying to do?
Investigation check. Try to find the key.
Where?
So can you show me the map again?
Yeah, hold on. I'm putting Emir is looking in the pit. Bat is checking like around the walls and stuff.
Investigation. I rolled a natural 1, so let's see.
Natural 1? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll look around pit. How about that?
Yep, okay. And what did you roll, Sibo? It's what, 18?
Yes.
Melody's gonna check the southern wall and also make an investigation check. She got a 9. Bat discovers something written in common on the wall. Someone has scrawled, "The swords of Howard looted this place," on the wall in common. Now there's a door leaving the room going north. Bat also detects a very foul odor coming from the other side of the door, as if something just defecated there earlier. Like it's fresh, whatever he thinks is there.
Gross.
Nobody else finds anything key-related in other parts of the room. So Bat is up by the northern exit to the room, and he smells something really foul coming from the other side of the door. It's a wooden door with a doorknob. There's no window or bars or anything, but there's like a really foul odor. Melody does not detect anything in either of the two doors in the southern part of the room.
Sorry, I'm also now realizing I can't change what resources Bat has, but you should have healed and gotten his key back.
Yeah. We gave him a short rest, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have that noted. I'm keeping track of that on my paper, but yeah, he's got his key back and he used hit dice.
Well, if other people manage to get in and out of here, hopefully we can too.
Melody says, "But should we check what's behind that door, or should we check one of the doors to the south?"
I'm worried this sword of Hewald might have taken the key, and I don't know, maybe they didn't come back.
Can you do an Arcana check on the thing written on the wall?
Yeah, why not? You're trying to detect any lore around Howell or what this means? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, like the historical meaning or whatever.
Go ahead.
That would probably be history. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be history. You could do history to see if there's any historical knowledge, if that's a famous name in the region. You could do history as well.
Could Bat also do that?
Yeah.
Should we all do it?
You tell me which you want to do, Arcana or history, and which character, and go ahead and do it.
Bat rolled a 14 in history.
14 in history? Okay.
I'll try history roll.
I got 15 Arcana.
I'll do a history check. And I got a 12.
Melody's also going to do a history check. She rolled a nat 1. Between all the members of the party, you don't consider Howald to be a famous name of anybody that you've heard of before. This could just be somebody taunting you. You're not really sure.
So are all the doors wooden with no locks? Like
all the doors in this room are wooden. You haven't tried opening them yet, so you don't know which ones are locked and which ones are not locked.
So can you slightly open and peek?
The room to the north?
No, I'm just asking general questions. So can we open and peek? Or do we have to open wide open and engage things? I don't know.
You can try to use stealth if you want and try to open the door secretly, stealthily, so that someone won't detect you on the other side. You could try that.
I'll stay far away from whatever door you guys try to do that on. I don't want to...
Yeah, Melody's also going to stay far away. So if Sibo wants to move forward, Melody says, Sibo, you could go first.
So I would say try the left south door.
Okay.
And I'll do a stealth check. I got 15 on stealth.
So Sibo, you try to turn the doorknob to the southern door on the left, and it does not seem to turn.
Wait, so it's locked?
Yeah, it seems like it's stuck. It's locked.
So if I want to try the one on the right side, do I have to roll another stealth?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I got 14. to open the right side one.
Yeah, Sibo, go ahead and take 10 experience points for this.
Okay.
The door is unlocked, and when you slowly open the door, you see a dark corridor behind the door that turns right. However, the doorway opens to a pit that goes 10 feet down that you must somehow cross or jump over for you to get to the other side.
Is there like just a door on the other side, or is there?
It's a corridor that winds to the right, so you don't know where it goes exactly, but it's there's a 10-foot pit, and then there's like a ledge for like a hallway. Yeah, there's a 10-foot pit, and then the corridor actually continues 10 feet more ahead, and then turns to the right, and you can't see what's around the corner.
Okay.
Long jumping is, I believe, based on your strength score. So.
Who has a very good strength?
Bat has 15 strength, so he's able to long jump 15 feet if he gets a 10-foot running start. So he'll do that.
Melody looks at Emir and says, "Aren't you the strongest one in our group?"
Yeah, I have a 20 for strength, so I could do that.
So what I was thinking was that small guys like me, I was thinking Emir can just throw us to go across. I don't know.
I have a rope. I could I don't know. Try to find some way of not throwing people, because I feel like that's not going to necessarily go great.
Or can we use the rope?
I don't know if there'd be any way to pin the rope to the wall and use it to shimmy across.
Selwyn would like to get their attention and say something.
Okay. Signal at me.
Should I roll intelligence to see how well I'm able to communicate this? Or
yeah, but the character, whoever's trying to interpret, will need to also make a check. But yeah, you can go ahead.
That's a 16.
And who is trying to interpret what Soren is saying right now?
Well, I feel like it's just kind of like charades. I'm saying this to everyone.
Okay. Melody's gonna try to make a. This be a wisdom check. Let's make this a wisdom check to see if she can interpret what this pig is saying. Melody got a 10, so
I'll try as well if you'd like.
Could Bat also try?
Bat could try, yeah.
Would this be intelligence or would this be wisdom?
I think it's wisdom.
Okay.
I have a 5.
5 from Emir. Okay.
Bat got an 8.
Yeah. Sibo, you gonna try to interpret?
14.
14. You kind of understand that what the pig is telling you is what exactly?
I pantomime. I point with one of my hooves at Ymir's arms, and then I do this.
It's like you're miming a carrying motion with your arms. So Sibo's the only one to pick this up and understand this. What do you do, Sibo?
And then I nod my head, and then I pantomime throwing, and I shake my head.
So not throw, but carry?
Mm-hmm.
But how do we go across by carrying someone?
Can I jump with my arms?
You could jump. You could jump with something in your arms.
Alright.
Oh, so Ymir can hold on to me and Melody and jump, so it'll be 3 people at once going across. That could be done, no?
Could Bat pick up Silren?
Oh, isn't Soren over 6 foot tall?
Silren's a pig.
Oh!
It's a bit.
Yes! Bat can pick up Silren as a pig. I keep forgetting.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm forgetting.
Trust me, I would love for Silren to be over 6 feet tall right now. That would be great. I have all these cool magic abilities, and I have a fun voice. But for now, I'll just use my pig powers. So yeah, can Bat pick up Silren and jump across?
Yeah.
Would that be too much extra weight?
He would have to make the same long jump roll to see if he can get across.
Okay, what roll would that be? Because typically there's no roll associated.
So it says, athletics roll of DC 10 if it's a low obstacle, like a hedge or a wall.
If you get a 10-foot running start, you can long jump a number of feet equal to your strength score. Bat has 15, so he has 5 extra feet he can jump.
Yeah.
And if you high jump, then you can do 3 plus your modifier. Feet is
Strength modifiers?
Yeah, but we're long jumping, not high jumping.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is try to long jump.
Yeah.
And that's an athletics check. That's an athletics check. And Bat just needs to clear the athletics check.
Okay. 6. So we both die. Is there any way that he would be able to Step of the Wind to double his jump distance? Because that is one of the effects of Step of the Wind.
Is that a key point?
That is one key point, yes.
See, Step of the Wind, that's a good way to use it.
You spend 1 key point to take the disengaged or dash action as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump distance doubles for the turn.
You can spend 1 key to take disengage or dash, and your jump is doubled for the turn. Yeah, so basically he's trying to double his jump. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So am I good?
So you would get to jump 20 feet.
I would jump 30 feet. My jump distance is 15 feet.
Oh, your jump distance is 15, so he's going to try to go 30.
It's based on your strength score. Bat's strength score is 15. So 15 double is 30, which means I could clear 3 of these pits in 1 jump. So am I...
I'm going to let you roll at advantage for the strength. So we'll take the 6 as your first roll, and we'll let you roll it a second time.
That is 15.
Okay, so Bat has Silren in his arms. I'm gonna share screen in a moment, and Bat is able to make it over with Silren in his arms. It's a very dark corridor. There's a little bit of light coming from some of the walls down the corridor from what seems to be like worms that are sticking to the walls and the ceiling, so it's very, very dim. But those of you with dark vision can see just fine.
Bat throws a rope over to Ymir. You should... Can you, tie that to something so that we have an easier way to get back?
Can do.
Bat would also like to try and tie the other end of this rope to something.
Okay, what are you trying to tie the rope to?
What can he tie the rope to? I can't actually see in this wonderful imaginary world. Are there any loose stones? Or
There are loose stones. There don't look to be any boulder-sized stones, so nothing quite heavy enough.
Are there chips in the bricks? Or are there bricks that are slightly jut out, but they would still be clamped in place by the weight of the rest of the wall? But I could. Yeah.
So the floor of this entire sort of temple area is made of flagstone. So it's almost like large mosaic tiles. If you were able to smash the tiles somehow and pry them out of the ground, perhaps you could find a way to use them as a way to stab a rope to stick into the ground.
I guess it's worth a try. Could Candle try and smash one of the things with his sickle, the butt of it?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check.
17.
Yeah, so Bat manages to chip away at the flagstone and seems to have enough to anchor this rope safely on his side of the pit.
Yeah, he stabs one of the chipped tiles into the rope to stick it into I'm assuming there's dirt or mud or something under the tiles.
Yeah.
He sticks into that, and then he uses the butt of his sickle to hammer it down.
So the sickle's is he still holding onto the sickle, or is he putting the sickle into the ground as well?
No, he's using a mallet.
Oh, tapping it in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so he tosses the other end of the rope to Ymir?
Yeah.
Okay, and Ymir, what are you doing?
Can I walk it to the edge of the pit and tie it to one of the spikes in there?
You want to take the other rope and walk into the pit?
Yeah, I suppose, and tie it to the edge of one of the spikes in the pit.
I think you'd fall and die. if you did
The
that.
pit's slope, though, isn't it? It's not like a straight drop.
I think
This
is
one is a
different pit.
straight drop. This is not the same
Yeah.
pit as the other pit. This is a straight drop. Yeah, 10 feet down.
I was talking about in the other room, like
Yeah.
the room
Like,
that
could he bring it all the way over there?
yeah,
yeah,
but I
but-
want
How
to
long
see
is
the
your rope?
50 feet.
50 feet? You're not going to be able to make it to the other pit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Could you-
you need about 80 to 80.
Could you loop it over to the wooden door that like
Yeah,
we
that's
kicked
the
in to fight the
You
skeletons,
could
and maybe
loop it
tie
to the
around one
wooden
of
door
those
that you
things?
just opened on your side of the pit. You could.
Can I loop it around the door, like through the door? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess do that then. Tie it like that.
Yeah. Make a dexterity check, and Melody's going to help you. So if you can do it with advantage, you're like making
I got an
knots and
18.
things. What's that? 13?
18.
18. Yeah. So with ease, you manage to tie this rope around the door on your side of the pit. And now what do you do?
I could jump across with someone, or they could shimmy across the rope if it's taut and strong enough. I don't know.
Sibo, what are you doing?
So if we're using the rope to cross, we need athletics check, or is it dexterity?
If you're using the rope, that's going to
Yeah.
be either athletics or acrobatics. Let me see.
In the area of dirt that was now unearthed by Bat, can he stab the blade of a sickle into that and use that as an anchor so we can like hold out his hand in case someone needs balance?
So if you're trying to balance on the rope, like walk it like a tightrope, that's dexterity. But if you're trying to like hang on the rope so that you're hanging over the pit, that would be athletics. So you tell me.
Okay.
And Melody, because Melody's a halfling, Melody's going to ask Ymir, can you carry me and jump over this pit?
Yeah, I'll
She's
jump
quite
it.
short. She's like 2'6" or 2'7".
That's fine. So, should I roll a athletics check?
Yeah, you would roll a strength check actually to do a long
Strength
jump.
check. Okay, strength check.
Yeah, athletic. I'm sorry. Yes, athletics.
Okay, so let me go there. And I got a 22.
So you land squarely across the other side of the pit and see Bat and the pig, and the four of you are now on the southern side of the pit. Sibo, what do you do?
I did dexterity check, and then I got 13.
Sibo manages to shimmy with his arms and feet, slowly crossing the pits by hanging onto the rope, and Sibo makes it to the other side. I like to
helps
grant
him up once he
everybody-
gets to the thing.
What's that? And you grab his hand?
Yeah, Bat like reaches out his hand and pulls him up when he gets to the end, so he doesn't need to like pull up on
Awesome.
the stone himself.
I'm granting everybody another 15 experience points for
Let's go.
making it past this little pit. And basically the corridor wraps around and comes up against another wooden door. And Melody suggests to the group, could somebody stealthily listen to see what's behind that door?
I'll go. That's what. That's me
Bat.
trying to do my best Bat impression. But yeah, Bat's a stealthy man.
All right. Could Bat go ahead and make a stealth check?
But so with stealth proficiency, which isn't on the sheet, that's 13.
Bat detects. So, Bat detects movements of what sounds like bones moving around behind this door. Wasabi, the rat in his pocket, perks up and starts moving its arms around, squeaking, chattering its teeth. Bat can't quite understand what.
Bat makes sure Wasabi doesn't jump out of his pocket, like towards the skeletons.
The Bat is keeping Wasabi safe. Wasabi seems agitated for some reason. He's trying to
Can he make
communicate
an
something.
animal handling check to interpret? What do you say?
You can try.
Only +1, but 17 + 1 is 18.
Wasabi seems to be indicating that there is at least one rat on the other side of the door.
Oh
Alright,
no.
So the people that are closest to the door right now are Bat, and Bat is next to Silren. Silren, could you make an
Wait, sorry.
investigation?
Can we see the map?
So the pit was over here on the right side of the screen. I don't have a marker for it, but everybody has crossed the pit, and it's now backed.
Silverin would
And pig
realistically
and the other
probably
characters.
stay.
Away from the door.
Like he did go in first with that, but he would definitely let the people with more than 2 health, or sorry,
Okay.
more than 4 health, do the investigating.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to do anything in or around the doorway? So Bat tells the rest of the group that he hears some bones in the next room.
And you also said there's at least one rat across the room.
Yeah, that's what Wasabi seems to say.
All right, so there are bones, and there are rats, and possibly rat bones. That's all I could tell. Is there a keyhole?
There's no keyhole. So Bat was listening at the door, but he didn't try to open it.
I will. Can Bat look underneath the frame of the door? Try to peek
Yeah.
his eye through.
Make an investigation check.
I'm better at investigation, but I think this would be perception. But your call.
What's he trying to do again?
He's trying to peek under the door to see what's
Just to see what's behind. Yeah, that's perception.
That's a 10.
Bat detects the presence of at least 2 or 3 creatures in the next room. He can detect some heat and movement.
I see feet.
He can sniff out
I'm using my eyes.
Yeah, he can see there are things moving in the room.
Okay.
At least 3 things that he can see are moving.
Bat taps Ymir on the shoulder and then walks behind him. You got this.
Guess, yeah. Same idea, breaching clear. Walk over to the door, kick it down.
I'm in favor of using a choke point again. But
Okay.
Now, before you kick it down, could all 4 of you, except for Bat, make a perception check to see if you can see anything else in this hallway around the door?
I got an 11.
11?
I got 22.
22, okay. Teddy,
Oh, right, me.
Pig. Sorry, I feel bad saying that.
Investigation, that's a 3.
No, it's just perception.
Okay. Then that is a 7.
Sibo detects something written on the wall in 2 different languages.
But are they saying the same thing, or is it different?
You see, the graffiti is written in chalk, and you know enough from the runes to tell that the graffiti in chalk is written in Elvish, and below that is something written in Zemnian. Anybody speak these languages? Melody can speak Zemnian.
We have a pig who speaks Elvish.
You have a pig who reads Elvish, but speaks pig.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yep.
Can I read what it says, though?
You can.
Can we translate from Elvish to pig to common?
Teddy, I'm gonna type this for you in the chat. So what I sent to you in the chat is what it says in Elvish, but I'll tell you the translation next.
Was it Elvish translation or Elvish comment? Okay.
Melody sees something written in Zemnian, which I'm going to share in the chat. So Sibo detects these 2 things written in chalk, and Melody says out loud, "I know what this means in Zemnian. This is Northern Virlinia. It means, is the treasure below?"
I point to Melody and nod my head and point to the Elvish script.
So I made an intelligence check to understand pig, and I rolled 22. So what do I get?
Well,
I was basically saying,
Yeah.
it says the same thing in Elvish.
so when Melody was explaining her interpretation, the pig was nodding and agreeing with Melody, so everybody could see that the pig was nodding. So yeah, so
I
it seems
heard
like
what
the
you
party
said, and I
understands.
nodded and I pointed to the Elvish thing and nodded again.
So Melody then says to the party, "So does that mean we should dig here, or should we go in the other room? What does this mean?"
Maybe whatever we're looking for is on a lower level.
Ah.
Well, it sounds like this is bad. It sounds like a question, So maybe the person who wrote this doesn't know?
Maybe the person who wrote this doesn't know where the treasure is.
But why would they...
Guessing.
Maybe the chalk was meant for someone else. I don't know.
Well, it looks like it was written in Elvish and Zemnian, so I wonder if the message was intended for somebody with that kind of background.
What kind of check would it be if I want to see if this was try to mislead people?
You would use an insight check if you were talking to somebody, but because this is written on a wall, I'm not sure if there would be another check that you could do on this.
Would it still be insight because it's like wisdom, like you read and then you kind of get the sense, like sort of like your sixth sense kind of thing?
Possibly. But insight is usually used for like if you're in conversation with somebody else, trying to understand are they telling the truth or not. With something that's on a wall, I don't know.
An investigation check?
Yeah, if you want to like see if this, you want to try to deduce something from like the chalk that wrote on the wall or something like this.
So what I'm trying to figure out is they put a question mark at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it says treasure below.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean treasure is up? Actually, is what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I think this would just be you as a player using your intuition rather than a character making a check. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
And Matt agrees to that.
Yeah, I think so. Like, you couldn't use insight because you're not actually speaking to somebody. You could use investigation to try to understand different clues, but the only clue you have is like this question mark. So I don't know what other information you're using to do this investigation check.
Okay. Do we have something to dig, or do you think it's more of like what lies like beyond the door?
I think we don't have too much. Have we seen other chalk messages in this?
Melody shakes her head no. I don't think so.
I don't know if we have enough information to solve this. Also, there are still skeletons and rats on the other side of this door, and I feel like if they didn't know we were here before, they definitely know we're here now. So maybe before they kick our ass, we should kick their ass. I don't know if Bat would say that, but Teddy's saying that.
Bat would say that actually.
Bat would say something like that.
He wants to fight all the time. So if there's a battle lie ahead, he doesn't care who it is. He wants to just punch things.
I fighting that skeleton earlier today taught me the true meaning of violence, and I liked it. I need to train and get stronger and beat the fuck out of these skeletons.
Yeah, that's what Bat would say, actually.
And I am not a fan of those skeletons beating the fuck out of me.
You should get paralyzed by a giant worm.
Well, it didn't. That's true, but it didn't sound like there were any giant worms over there.
So, is anybody against going into another battle? Is there any objection, or is everybody agreeing to roll initiative? Possibly.
Oh, I'm down.
After two using 2 hit dice, I am full, so I can actually fight.
I still have a hit die for if I get hurt this fight, but I'm pretty much at full health.
Melody says, I'm pretty well rested, but there's not a lot of room in this corridor to maneuver. So should we rearrange how we're standing to get the best chance of success?
Well, here's what we can do. Ymir stands in the front. He opens the door, and we all move back 5 feet. So unless the skeletons have that much range, only one of them can march into the tunnel and hit us one at a time.
All right, I like this strategy.
Bat saying that?
Yes, this is what.
So it would look something like this then, where Ymir would be the one kicking the door open, and then Soren would be behind somewhere, and these three we need to figure out where to stand.
Bat would probably move up one.
Okay.
And then could Sibo shoot around the corner?
He'd have to stand here to get through to have a direct shot.
Then Bat and Melody can change spots. So Bat will be in the back.
I don't know. Bat would prefer to be in the front because he's a hand-to-hand fighter, I think.
Yeah, but he won't be able to go through anyway if the fight is happening in this corridor. And if he needs to get to the front, he's the best at running through people because he has the most speed. Whereas Bat is useless here because nothing will be in his melee range because he can't end his space in.
Oh, but
Ymir's
Melody
spot, but
and
Melody has
Sibo
range.
could use ranged items.
Wait, do we have any throwing weapons that people could spare?
I can hand off one of my throwing axes, so yeah.
Yeah. Throwing axes, I think, count as monk weapons. Because they're...
Gotta look that up.
They're not heavy or two-handed, so... Yeah. And I think since they're thrown, when you throw them, you have the choice of using dexterity or strength.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It says he has all simple weapons as a proficiency.
Yeah, so he can use them, but I also want to make sure he's able to use his dex rather than strength.
Yeah, he can. He's been doing that before.
Yeah, no, but I mean for hand axes.
Oh, specifically for hand axes.
Yes. Okay, never mind. Hand axes need to use strength.
Okay,
that's
so he can't
what
use his dex.
Friend says. Yeah. So probably won't do that. Do we have like a dagger or something?
Didn't Melody give... Oh. Melody gave Silren a rusty dagger from one of Silren's former comrades, but...
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, can't access it right now.
And we don't have darts or daggers.
We could always use one of the bows that we got from the skeletons in the previous fights. The arrows.
Oh, yeah.
I don't... It's a longbow?
Yeah.
Bat cannot use longbows.
Oh.
He can, but he's not proficient.
Same. Melody could use it, but she's not proficient.
Also, it wouldn't count as a monk weapon. Yeah. No one has any daggers.
Melody does, but she's currently armed with it.
Could I borrow that since you can throw your sling, but I can't?
Oh, give the dagger to Bat?
Yeah. Because otherwise, Bat has no range capabilities.
All right. So I'm going to write this down. Melody's going to lend her dagger to Bat.
He only gets one real shot with it, but then afterwards, unless
then he's going to have to figure something else out.
Unless it explodes into a million billion pieces, he can probably give it back to her afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Okay, so now Bat is armed with the dagger, which is a ranged weapon. Sibo has his longbow. Ymir has his axes. He's in the front. Bat, we covered. Silren. So everybody set?
Just kind of big chill in the back, yeah.
Ymir, are you about to kick the door open?
My suggestion is open it and then stay back. So there's a 5-foot tile with walls on either side in front of you that only Wildton can come up and melee at a time. But then again, if most of them have range weapons, then we're probably going to need to charge in.
My only thought was I could always attempt to just kick the door off the hinges, and if there's anything directly behind the door, maybe that'll hit them. But I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah, push the door open. I don't know. Yeah, push it open. I say slowly. Just kind of let the door swing open, and then
slowly, like stealthily, or slowly, just as a regular.
Just kind of casually, just has the door open, you know.
All right, so you casually, it's not locked. The door is not locked. You casually open the door, and the door moves inward into the room. So I'm going to describe it, and then I'm going to share my screen. This room is a fairly large room, pretty much identical in size to the room with the pit that you were just coming from. And in this room, you see a number of piles of bones on the ground that, as soon as you open the door, start to move and form together, standing in the shape of different skeletons. Most of the skeletons are short, couple of them have bows. A couple of them have swords. Emir, could you also make... Emir, do you have dark vision?
I do.
You do. Can you make a perception check with advantage?
Sorry, I
No,
don't.
he
I
does
don't.
not.
Oh, you do not. Okay. Could you make a perception check anyway?
And dark vision doesn't give advantage. It negates the disadvantage from dim light or darkness.
One thing here, just a second ago.
Also, is this darkness or is this dim?
Perception.
I'll tell you in a moment.
Okay.
I got an 18.
18. Okay. So in the floor of the room,
All right.
you see a pit, and you can't quite tell how far it goes down. And the pit is covered by iron bars. So this pit is in the center of the room. On the east wall of the room is a fountain with some dirty water trickling out of it. You see something written in Elvish language written on the floor of the room. So if you speak Elvish, you can interpret it. And you see another language that you cannot identify written directly next to that. Surrounding the pit are lit candles. So you can see how far back the room is, and you can see that there's a door on the other end of the room that's been smashed open by something or somebody. And you also detect a very dark object hovering near that door on the other side of the room. You see that the skeletons are taking aim with their weapons, and I'd like everybody to roll for initiative.
Bat got a 14.
Bat
Silverin
got a
got a
14?
7. Yes, Bat got a
Silverin got a
14.
7.
Silverin got a 7.
I got
7
one of them.
at 14.
I got 14 as well, and my armor class is 16. So that goes first, I think, or... Oh no, he doesn't wear armor, right?
Well, it's not based on AC. It's based on initiative.
No, I got same 14. So when you have same initiative number, don't
Then,
you
yeah.
determine by AC?
Usually, I just let the two of you decide. So you can use
Okay.
your modifier
think-
if you want to, or you can just talk it through and decide.
I think you should probably go first, since you
Okay.
can poke in with ranged attacks and maybe pick off some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was? Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm like, what was Melody's? I didn't roll Melody. Let me roll it now. She got 16 initiative. So, and Emir, what did you get?
I got 11.
11. So Emily's gonna go first. Let me roll for the other. Okay, so I'm about to show you what's going on. So Emir has just kicked the door open of this room. He's followed behind by his friends. You see 1, 2, 3 skeletons with bows. These two skeletons have swords. There's a weird-looking statue that looks like the statue of a foreign creature that's just kind of like standing there. It's standing upright within the room. There's a pit where it says the number 8. There's a pit surrounded by candles, and you can't quite tell from where you're standing how deep it is. And
So
there's
after the line, it just cuts off and it goes down.
Say it again.
How wide is the pit, or how? I know we
How
can't
wide
see
is
how
the pit?
deep it goes.
About
but, like-
about 5 foot wide. It's like this, where it says the number 8.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like
Gotcha.
that's the radius. Right? No, diameter. That's the diameter of the pit. So it's like 5 foot around in a circle.
Oh.
Iron bars across the pit,
Okay.
and a
Gotcha, I
circle
understand.
of candles.
I thought it was the
around.
line, but
Nope.
that makes more sense. Okay.
So 8 is where the pit is, and you see this like shadowy looking thing near the door that was busted open, Emir. So you see there is an exit to this room that something has busted open. So any questions before we get this going?
So it's 5 skeletons and unknown creature at
Correct.
the back?
Correct.
Okay.
Should we kind of decide how we're gonna, I guess, approach this? Like, which enemies we should sort of prioritize first?
How many skeletons have bows?
3 have bows.
And how many are there in total? 6?
5.
5? Then yeah, they're mostly gonna have ranged attacks. We can't really goad them into melee, so I think we just charge forward.
Can Melody put them to sleep and we can pick out one each, like last time?
Maybe.
I don't know how guaranteed it is that we one-shot them though.
The skeletons with the swords are actually first to act, and they are going to approach you, Emir. This one's going to move 30 up to here. This one can actually get right to you and slash at you with its sword. Oh, that's a 19. That's a 23. That's going to hit for 6 points of slashing damage. You are at 14 now? Is that right?
12. So it's an
12.
18.
Okay. That's the end of the skeletons with the sword's turn. It's now Melody's turn. And the party was saying she should put them to sleep?
Yeah, can she put all the skeletons into sleep and then we can pick out,
Yeah.
like each one?
Melody's gonna yell, I don't think so, because they're undead. But I can cast a spell. And she's gonna cast Bane. Centered on... a range of 30 feet. So she's gonna cast Bane here on this skeleton and try to get these 1, 2, 3, 4 to have
I think it's things within 30 feet of her.
Oh, is it not 30 feet of the spell?
Well, I think the spell's range is 30 feet. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, and the range is 30 feet. So it's
only 3
it's,
creatures.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's 3 creatures within 30 feet of her.
So it's going to be the 3 closest ones. She's going to try to put Bane on. They have to make charisma rolls. Give me a second.
Can I request that she also then steps back after she does that?
Yeah.
So we can
They all 3 of them failed.
Hell yeah.
Yikes. They have been baned by the bard, and
If you, by the way, you can put little status effect symbols over them by pressing the button right below them, the circle thing. Yeah.
Whoa! I've never seen this. Now, Lydia's actually... She used Bardic Inspiration and give it to Emir?
She can, yes.
Because it's bonus action.
Yeah. It fits within her turn, yeah.
Yeah. Emir, she's going to give you a Bardic Inspiration. So within the next 10 minutes, basically for the duration of this battle, you can add a d6 to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. And you can decide whether you want to do that or not after you roll. So it's quite advantageous.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's the end of Melody's turn. We're going to go to... Who's... Sibo or Bat is going first?
I think C.
I'm going first.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the one in front of Emir with my longbow.
Currently, that skeleton is blocking us from getting out of the room. So if we can pick that off as fast as we can, then we're able to push out and hit the rest of the
That's
mortars.
right. So that's a good one to hit. Sibo, what do you got?
I got 19 to hit.
That hits. Your arrow swings through the air, slings through the air. Tell us your damage.
19 just barely hits. Just barely
Just
beats
barely.
its AC.
That's a remarkable hit.
I got 5 for damage.
All right, so this skeleton is down. You nailed it right in his shoulder. He's getting quite angry at this party of intruders that has tried to come into his space. So is that the end of the turn, Sibo?
Yeah, not much I can do besides that.
All right, Bat, you're next.
Bat would like to move up to be behind Ymir.
Yep.
And can he, sort of push off of the wall to get as much air as he can, and then chuck the dagger down at the front skeleton's head?
Yep.
That's a 15.
That's enough.
That is 6 damage.
So it's a thrown dagger, right? You're just
Yes.
throwing it.
That is his one ranged attack, and he can't
Okay.
bonus,
It
he can't bonus
connects.
action it because he cannot move closer to the. He can't move forward and hit the skeleton because that would require ending his movement in your space, which is
Right.
So yeah, he'll just big chill because he can't ready an action with a bonus action either.
Okay. Bat notices by flinging this dagger at the skeleton and knocking its winds out. It is almost about to go down. It's almost dead. Okay, the skeletons with the bows are now going to advance. This one's going to go over here, and he has a direct shot at Ymir. So let's see if the arrow strikes. It does not. The second guy will put his bow down, and he has a short sword. He's going to try to strike at Ymir. 16 is not enough. Wow. The skeleton's very disappointed at you, Ymir, for having such a high armor class. The third skeleton is going to move over here. Has a direct shot using a bow, and this one hits, and it does 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh, nice.
Skeletons seem to be quite interested in you. That's the end of those skeletons, so we're going to go to Ymir next.
Alright, so I think the skeleton is directly in front of me, the one who's been thoroughly beaten on. I'm just gonna knock his head off, just give him a good whomp. No, I don't know. I'll roll first. All that fun stuff.
Let's do it.
Should have hit. Oh man, that's why, of course. Do I roll a 12?
That's not enough.
Of course. Alright. Can I don't even know. Guess I'm gonna have to, I don't know. Can I just, I can't really do much, can I?
I don't know, you might have a bonus action or something?
Yeah, can I take a second wind? I think I might have got that back from the short rest.
Yeah, you have it back, but I think you're full health currently.
No, I'm actually down to 8.
Oh, okay.
You want to take the second wind now?
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, give me a second. D&D Beyond's got to refresh.
So this will heal some hit points, correct?
It's a D10 plus 2. If you just want to roll that now.
Okay. I got the D6. So
Okay.
I'm gonna add that to my health.
Yep, so you're back at 14?
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn?
I believe so.
Alright. Silrin is next.
Silrin will big chill. He'll move forward. No, he'll chill. He doesn't want to block spaces. Can't really do anything. He is a pig.
All the creatures have moved, and we're going to start the second round, starting with the skeletons with swords. This skeleton that's closest to Ymir, has Bane, but he's going to try to strike his sword and knock out this Goliath in front of him. That's going to miss. That's going to miss. He swings at you in vain, Ymir, but you're just too tall and too fast to get struck by this object. This one is going to move right up to the front and try to strike you with his sword, and does he have Bane? Oh man, he's going to miss. That's the end of the skeletons with the swords. We're now going to go to Melody. She's going to cast Vicious. Can she cast Vicious Mockery? Psychic damage?
Yes, she can.
On a skeleton?
Yes. Unless it has resistance or immunity to psychic damage, then yes.
I think skeletons.
They do not.
Yeah. But she's going to cast Vicious Mockery and say, You dumb skeleton, you can't. You don't know how to attack a Goliath, so he's gonna try to make his charisma save.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
That's more Silrin than Melody. Melody's insults are more like, I'm so surprised you're not good at fighting.
That's my bit.
My heart kind of tight.
Yeah, they're like kind of kind insults. But it does enough to do 3 points of damage, and Melody's insults kill the skeleton.
Let's go.
And that is the... Actually, she's going to give Bardic Inspiration to Bat next as her bonus action. So, Bat, go ahead and take the Bardic Inspiration.
Yep, next 10 minutes. Hell yeah.
Yep. That's the end of her turn. Actually, is that the... Yeah, that's the end of her turn.
She can move forward if she would like, but I don't know how much melee range she can take.
Knowing Melody, she wouldn't do that, I don't think. We're going to go to Sibo next to act.
Is there
Sibo,
any...
you no longer have a direct line of sight.
Oh, this is dilemma. What am I gonna do?
I mean, if you pull out your sword, you could go into melee range, or you could ready your bow to hit the first enemy that comes into.
If you want to use your bow, but because you don't have a direct point, you could use what's called the ready action, which means you're like ready to shoot once an enemy comes within your eyesight.
Wait, so explain that again?
So ready is an action where you're gonna like prepare your bow to shoot once an enemy comes within your line of sight.
Using your reaction.
Yeah, you take it as a reaction because right now there is no enemy that's directly within your line of sight.
So this would be like as an action, you put an arrow in your quiver and you pull it back and you hold it, and then as soon as the enemy comes in, you use your reaction and shoot it.
So for this reaction, is it only once, or is it
do it over and over again?
Or it comes in?
Well,
Because it's a reaction.
you can only use it
you have
once.
one reaction
Once
per
one enemy. Yeah,
Oh.
one enemy enters your line of sight.
But it's not like it needs like holding an action needs to recharge during a short rest or something.
Yeah, you could do this over and over again during the battle, if you choose.
Okay, I'll ready my bow and hold.
So Sibo has got his bow and arrow out. He's ready to strike. Bat, it's on you.
All right, I will move 2 spaces up. I'm
As
gonna
Bat would do.
I'm gonna punch the sword skeleton in the fucking face.
Okay, that's one on the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is well, it's Bane. What is it like a much bigger sword than the other skeleton short sword?
No, they look like short swords. They're all the same kind of height.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then never mind. Can I hit the one on the left?
The one with the bow? Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the one on the right had a. Oh wait, that's also Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the bow skeleton.
But remember though, both skeletons that like this skeleton that had a bow switched to his sword because he couldn't use it, so he has a
all
sword.
of the skeletons have short swords and bows?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't. So there's not too big of a difference. It's just which ones they have out. Okay.
Correct.
Then I will still hit the one on the right, on the left. So okay.
On the left? Yeah.
The one on the left. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 6 damage.
6 damage with unarmed strike?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will use a key point to flurry of blows.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That is 7 damage.
Oh. Bat is knocking the life out of this creature. It is almost dead.
What's the initiative order looks like? Is Ymir gonna go before the skeletons go after?
No, the skeletons gonna go next. The skeletons are 13. So they go right after that.
Can that skeleton make a strength saving throw? Actually, no. Never mind. I'm going to impose an open hand technique and make it so that skeleton cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
This is the open hand?
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically for the future, for when Bat uses these abilities. Whenever I use Flurry of Blows, every time I hit with a Flurry of Blows attack, I can impose one of the three following effects. The target must succeed on a Dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. The target must succeed on a Strength saving throw or be pushed up to 15 feet away from me, or the target cannot take reactions until the end of my next turn.
You're doing the third one.
Yes. which means it cannot take an opportunity attack if I were to dip.
That's
which
right.
which I am planning on.
Okay.
But actually, just in case, I'm gonna punch it again.
Okay. So you're not
I
going to
feel
use
like-
that. You're not going to use that effect just yet.
Well, no, I mean it still cannot take reactions in the event that I miss and don't kill it. But I'm assuming that a 17 hits,
A 17 does hit.
and if it has 2 health left, then my minimum damage kills it.
Yes.
So I rock it to its core as its bones wiggle in place and it's discombobulated. Then while it's distracted, I just grab its head and pull it off its spine. And can I basketball throw it into the pit?
Yeah, you basketball it into the pit.
Hell yeah. And then I will move up one and to the right one.
Okay. When you throw this is actually a great move. Once you throw the skull into the pit, you start to hear rat noises coming from the pit. Rat noises squeaking.
Maybe that was a bad idea.
And Wasabi looks very disturbed by what he's hearing at the moment. So you can detect there must be some rat in the pit.
It's okay. If they're mean rats, we'll beat them to death. I'm saying to what's
Bobby, the rat, the rat.
Bobby? Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that to Bobby.
All right. It's now the 2 skeletons with their bows are going to go next, and the first one is going to try to strike at bat
You can try.
and hits for.
Alright.
This one doesn't have bane. It hits for 3 points of piercing damage.
I would like to use my reaction to use deflect missiles.
Oh yeah.
You shoot the arrow at me, and
You
I
catch it,
spin
right?
around. Yeah, my minimum roll catches it. It reduces it by 1d10 plus my dexterity modifier plus my monk level. So if I roll a 1 on the d10, that would still be 7. So I automatically reduce it to 0.
So you are going to take a key point to do this,
No, it's free to do it, and it's a key point to throw it back if I reduce it to 0.
but you're not going to throw it back.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the key points. I only have 1 left.
1 or 2 left, I think.
Yeah, I
You gotta
used
catch it.
once a step of the wind earlier, and I just used one to flurry of blows, so I
Yeah.
only have 1 left.
Okay. So the
Yeah,
damage you take is reduced by 1d10 plus your dex modifier plus
Yes.
your monk level. So what's that total?
Minimum of 7, which
Yeah,
reduces. Yeah.
It did 3, so it doesn't do any damage, actually. Alright, well played. As a reaction. That's the end of that skeleton's turn. The other skeleton is now going to take out its short sword and try to strike at you back.
At me, nerd.
And it hits
Ouch.
for 6 points of slashing damage.
Ouch. Oh, I'll be at 118.
Yeah. That's the end of
I'll
the
take
skeleton's turn. Alright, so the skeleton, you have 3 skeletons still alive. It is now Emir's turn.
Alright, so, I guess, I don't know, I'll run up to the skeleton furthest away from everyone on the left there, and I'll slash that one.
So you'll move diagonally so the other skeleton doesn't hit you. Go to this one
Yeah.
and slash it with your axe.
Hey, I mean, this is worse for us, but I'm obligated to point out moving in that direction would still be leaving the skeleton's melee range, so it's still an opportunity to attack it.
Oh.
Oh, even though it's like this?
Well, when he's at the doorway, he's still in melee range of the skeleton.
Did I go
leaving
after the closer one then?
So yeah, you could disengage instead so you don't get attacked.
Oh yeah, I'll just hit the
Up
one
to you.
that's closest. I'll just hit the one that's closest. I feel like
This
that's
one right
better.
here. Okay.
So that's also what would happen rules as written. But if you want to, you can rule it however you want as a DM. I don't want to impose that you need to do it.
Emir, what would you like to do?
I would honestly, thinking about it, that would be, I say that, I was jumping back and forth, but hitting the one that's closest to me would probably be best, so that way we don't have 2 attacking, our monk here.
Okay.
So yeah, to hit.
I'm just as the very mobile monk. My general battle plan is to get in melee range with all the ranged attackers, so that there's less focus fire on our backline.
So I have 23 to hit anyway.
That hits. Tell us your damage.
Gotta get D&D Beyond the reload again, so I can actually roll D20. Alright, so for damage I got 13.
Yeah. It's almost dead. It's actually because of the massive effect of that damage, it actually falls prone to the floor. You really stunned this skeleton.
Could you also move forward so more people can go through?
Oh yeah, that's a good point, yeah. I guess where he's knocked to the ground, would that mean I could step by him without having to worry about an opportunity attack?
Characters who are prone have attacks against them have advantage, and they have disadvantage on attacks, but they can still attack.
Okay, so disengage from him and then I guess run up to the
Well,
one
you can't
for-
disengage now because you already made attack as your main turn.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah.
You can move one more forward and it won't take an opportunity attack.
I guess I'll do that then.
Okay. So run the pig.
Ooh, that's, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The glory! Silvern will charge up.
Uh-huh.
He's prone. I can't.
He is prone, yes.
That was
You have advantage.
That was 35, I think.
Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3. You could go diagonal. 4,
Oh, okay.
5, 6.
I didn't realize I could go diagonal through that corner. Okay, yes, then I charge up. But actually, still, I would like to be in the door.
Okay.
I don't want to be too far ahead. For my homeland, I don't know. Silren. So he's prone, right?
Yes.
Please. Oh, 13.
That's not enough.
All right. Well, I can't disengage because I use my action to attack. So
You stuck here?
yeah.
Okay. This shadowy looking creature from the back is now moving toward you. It's quite tall, but not quite as tall as you, Emir. It's about 7 foot tall, fully dressed in black. It looks like it's some exaggerated, distorted, sort of shadowy humanoid figure. And it reaches its arms toward your neck, and with some sort of unusual magical force, tries to drain you of power. It misses. And that's the end of its turn. That's the end of that round. So that's the end of round 2. We're going to start round 3 with the last skeleton with a sword, which is this one who's prone. He's going to use his turn to stand back up. And,
That's half his movement to stand up.
yeah. Who hit him last? The pig hit him last, or
I attacked him, but I missed.
you missed? But Emir hit him,
Yeah.
so he's gonna attack Emir.
Thank God. I have 4 health.
That's a miss. He lunges with his sword and is not able to connect to any of the flesh from the Goliath's stance. So that's the end of the skeleton's turn. We're now going to turn to Melody. Melody's going to move forward 1 and cast Bane on. Did you see this? 1, 2. I can't quite see this one. You can see these 2. She's going to cast Bane on these 2 creatures to the left.
That would also end her concentration on the first Bane.
Oh, wait, who still has Bane? This guy still has Bane? Dang! Vicious Mockery. She's gonna move up 2 and cast Vicious Mockery directly on this one who's just stood up.
If she does a melee attack, she would have advantage.
Say that again?
If she does a melee attack, she would have advantage on it because it's prone.
It's no longer prone though. It took its turn.
Oh,
and stood
right.
up.
Yeah.
Needs to make a charisma save. It fails its save, but she does 3 points of damage, which is enough to kill this skeleton. She says, what's wrong with you? Why can't you stand up so fast? And it's dead from such a horrible insult coming from Melody. Melody still has some movement, and she's actually going to take 2 steps back. That's the end of her turn. Sibo, you're next. I'm sorry, not Sibo. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, Sibo. Sibo, you're next.
Where am I?
Also, what did anything go into his range when he, or before that now? Like, does the shadow count as having come into his range?
Not yet. That's not quite a direct line. If the shadow were here, but it was always on the left side of the wall, so people couldn't see.
I'm gonna move right underneath that.
Okay.
And is the mirror getting in the way of me shooting the arrow to the humanoid?
To this thing?
Can I still do it?
You can try. I gotta look up the rules for cover. 1 second.
I know them. I think by default, similar to like moving through spaces, I don't think a creature gives cover unless they're like trying to protect them. And or I don't think we've been using this before too.
No. Yeah, it's mostly like if it's trying to attack you. So see, you should be able to attack it without penalty, but it might have a penalty against you. Like you have extra armor class or something like that.
Because the Ymir can like see that Sibo's about to shoot and like duck out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Sibo, if you want to attack this shadowy looking creature, you can. Up to you.
And I will. And I got natural 20.
Hey, that hits. Tell us your damage.
It's 8 total.
All right. Yeah, the shadowy creature, like your arrow disperses some of its shadowy energy, but it is still there, standing and looming in the presence of the rest of them. And I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
All right, we're on Bat.
Can Bat move 2 spaces to the right?
Yep.
And or 1. Bat would like to attempt. First, he's gonna have to just beat the fuck out of the skeleton, and then he's gonna try and flurry of blows to knock it into the pit.
That's 10 feet away. Yeah, you can try.
Okay, so first attack. That is a 13.
That's not enough.
All right, key point, or last key point, flurry of blows. All right, and he still has the bardic inspiration, so if he misses, he can hopefully hit. That is an 18.
That hits.
That is 6 damage, and I would like you to make a strength saving throw.
They got a 10.
That fails, DC 11. So I knock it up to 15 feet back into the pit.
You can do that. So you knock it 15 feet back, but remember, there are iron bars over the pit, so it doesn't fall into the pit.
Shit.
But there are candles all around it, so it's like the candles have lightly singed some of the bones of the skeleton.
Can Bat also use the rest of his movement? He still has 1 extra flurry of blows attack left. Can Bat use the rest of his movement to run by the doorway and grab the dagger out of the first skeleton that he threw it at?
Yeah.
And then with the rest of his movement, can he curl around to the left of Ymir and punch the shadow?
With what? Unarmed strike or flurry of blows?
He used 1 attack with flurry of blows, so he still has 1 more.
The second attack. Okay.
Yeah. That probably hits a 23.
Yes, that hits.
7 bludgeoning damage, and it cannot take reactions until the start of my next turn, or until the end of my next turn. As I strike into its chest with my palm, I manipulate its ki, which is the flavor of this ability, and its essence starts shaking a bit, and it's discombobulated.
One thing that Bat learns from this attack is, for some reason, it doesn't look as hurt as other creatures typically look when he attacks with such force.
Did it not feel like I got like a meaty hit?
Yeah, usually when Bat hits with this amount of juice, it strikes a certain amount, but for some reason, Bat is noticing that it does this kind of attack, this blood, this punching, just doesn't seem quite as effective as it normally does on other creatures. So there's something weird about this shadowy figure. We're going to go to the skeletons with bows, who are going to aim at Emir. Actually, you just attack the shadow thing? This one on the left is going to try to attack that. Misses. The arrow flails wildly and slams into the wall, hitting absolutely nobody. The second skeleton also tries to aim its arrow at that and also misses. The arrow falls flatly to the ground and breaks into two. That's the end of the two skeletons' turn. At this point, Wasabi is freaking out over all the rat noises coming from the pit.
Hopefully the rats will eat the skeleton. I was paying the rats a tribute with that skeleton.
Wasabi is like frantically moving his arms about and chattering and almost kind of gnawing on Bat's clothing with its ratty teeth, trying to get Bat's attention. But that's the end of the skeleton's turn. We're going to turn next to Emir.
Alright, so we try to figure out like what the shadow thing we're attacking is?
Up to you.
Honestly, probably deal with the threat first. That seems like the most rational thing to do. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay.
I don't think us as much as I do love beating the shit out of things, I think this has a resistance to shit beating. But maybe I don't know. The only thing we know is that Bat's attack didn't work as it normally did. But my attacks always work. I look to Melody. You don't beat the shit out of things. You hurt their feelings. You're good at that. Do that to this now, please.
It does sound like that.
So, am I allowed to hit this? I say,
yes, you are. Yes, you are. Tell me what weapon you're using.
I'm gonna be. I'll use my hand. Oh, my war axe.
War axe. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Natural 20, so 27 to hit.
Okay, so I let you do double damage. So roll whatever your normal damage is, and then add the modifier.
Okay. Damage. Okay. So I got. What is that? 14 because I had a 6 and a 3 plus 5. So I double that.
Oh my goodness. Emir, with a huge swing of your axe, you managed to cleave a massive portion of whatever black energy exists in this shadowy figure. It looks like it's gotten extremely weak. It's still alive, but whatever you just did to it, it managed to remove a ton of dark energy from its stance. So well done to Emir. Silren the pig.
I will move back.
We're on you.
I will move farther down into the tunnel behind Melody.
Okay, like here? Okay, the skeleton is going to attack Silren, who had the most recent attack on it. Oh, that's a nat 20. Yikes. Alright, so first thing that's going to happen is Emir, you're going to take 9 points of necrotic damage. It's going to kind of like it's almost like, how to describe, like zombifying. It's like you're feeling more decrepit.
Your life force withers away.
Yeah. And your strength ability score, your permanent strength ability score has dropped by 4.
Jeez, okay. Down to 16.
So the name of this attack is called a strength drain. So you've just been drained of 4 strength. That's the end of this creature's turn. Yikes. At the top of the next round,
how wounded does the shadow look?
It looks very wounded right now.
Okay, cool.
Extremely wounded.
Rats, eat the skeleton, please! I'm begging you!
the top of the next round, Melody is going to start. And Melody is going to cast Vicious Mockery again and say, hey, Shadow, you're not being nice. And you should think about being nice.
Destroyed! Bat says that.
He fails the save. Yeah.
You're not being nice. Think about your actions next time before you drain away our life force, idiot.
That horrible insult manages to dissipate this shadowy creature, and the black strands of wind seem to fly about the room, and this creature is dead. Well done, Melody.
Melody with the stick burns.
Whatever works. And Melody is actually going to take 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward into the room, and that's going to conclude her turn. We are now going to go to Sibo is next.
Okay, so those 2 skeletons are full hit points.
This one is not. This one's been hit already.
Okay, I'm gonna kill that one then.
All right, let's see if you can.
15 to hit.
Yeah, that's enough.
So it's 8 damage, and then because it's not full health, I can do 1d8
Yeah, I think I'm gonna knock it
additional,
out.
and that's additional 4.
Sibo, you killed this skeleton. Tell us how you do it.
I shoot through its skull, and it falls to the ground like a lifeless nothing.
You knock the skull right off the body of the skeleton. It drops its bow. It drops its sword. The sword kind of clanks a little bit as it falls into the pit where there's some sort of rat, and the entire party can hear the rat shriek and paw at the wall and scratch at this object that has fallen through the grate into the pit. So well done, Sibo. This thing is done. You still have movement if you want to move. Up to you.
Can I move 1 right to the statue?
Yep. All right. Bat, you are next.
Bat, still holding the arrow that skeleton shot at him and he caught in midair, would like to run forward and for flavor, moves along the left wall and runs alongside of it. And as he starts to lose momentum and starts to slide down the wall, he would like to use the gravity pulling him down in his first attack as he brings down his foot over the skeleton's face.
Okay, let's see what happens.
That probably hits a 21.
21 hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, the bludgeoning damage works, and this creature is getting punched and kicked by the monk.
And then bonus action, he doesn't have any key left, so he can't flurry of blows, but he is going to still bonus action unarmed strike. And he is going to take the arrow that he caught, and he's going to try and stick it underneath the skeleton's skull.
Okay.
Stab upwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's even higher, that's 23.
That hits.
That is 5 more bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Bat in one turn, Bat manages to knock a lot of the wind out of this skeleton with a bow, and it's looking very angry at this little tiefling monk, cursing at you in its whatever guttural voice that it has remaining. That's the end of your turn. We're going to now move to the skeleton. He's going to whip out his sword and slash toward your face. And that is a natural 20. That's not good. That's going to do 6 points of slashing damage. You know what? That is the end of its turn. Ymir, you're next.
Bat just steps to the side to give Ymir room to fucking demolish this.
Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna run at him and hit him real hard over the head.
Right here?
Yeah, hit him with the war axe.
Let's do it.
Alright. Oh, really? Okay. So I rolled a 9. Apparently, that's not any good.
That is not enough. At the end of your turn, you have a bonus action?
I have But no, not right now. I can't use Stone's Endurance.
Okay, so you're good.
Yeah.
Also,
Up to the
Stone's
next
Endurance
round.
is a reaction.
Yeah.
Up to the next round, and Melody's going to go first. Melody is going to move all the way over here and use her sling to attack this skeleton. So let's see what happens with the sling. That one, oh no, I thought it wasn't that one. 13 is not enough. Melody, you're gonna use Healing Word. Can she do that?
She can, yes. Although then we use a spell slot.
I know. She has one left. Yeah, she has
has
one healing slot left. Emir, she's gonna cast Healing Word on you and give you
necrotic damage.
what's that?
That necrotic damage, will that get? I
Yeah,
don't know.
she's gonna heal you for 5 hit points. So I think you're at 10, and she is out of spells. Dang, from every single slot. That's the end of her turn. We're now gonna go to Sibo.
Can I shoot from where I am, or do I have
You have a
to
direct
move?
line. You have a direct line. You're good.
Okay, so I am going to use my longbow.
Okay,
I got 11, so it doesn't hit, I guess.
it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. That's a miss.
Oh well.
All right. I think that's the end of your turn. Bax,
Yep.
what would you like to do?
Oh shit, we still haven't killed yet.
Yeah, it's still alive.
That's gonna punch it in the face.
Okay, let's punch.
That's a natural 1. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
bonus action. That's gonna bonus action. Kick it in its groin. Doesn't have, or I mean, it has a. God damn it! An 8 misses.
That misses. That. If the skeleton could cackle, it would cackle. Its face is grinning ear to ear at this monk trying in vain to strike it. This is kind of amusing now, actually. That's the end of your turn. The skeleton is going to try to slash at back once more with its short sword. That's a 15.
Hits.
That hits. For 2 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Not nothing. The skeleton is still alive. That's a little bit more hurt. That is the end of the skeleton's turn. We're going to go to Emir next.
How much health does the skeleton have?
4 hit points.
I should just hit it with my axe. I was gonna I was gonna be like, oh, I could punch it, but no, there's no point. Let's hit it with the battle axe.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so with my modifier, I got a 19.
That's enough. Tell us your damage. You need 4 hit points.
We got 12.
Yeah. Tell us how you kill this thing with your axe.
All right, so I guess it's just sort of murder stroke, whop its head clean off, just big wide swinging arc,
And with your crushing blow, the bones scatter all across the floor. Some of the bones actually manage to fall into the pit. And once again, you hear the rat squealing. It's almost like the rat is squealing for help or something. You're not quite sure the noises it's trying to make. But you have managed to defeat all the hostile creatures in the room. So what I'd like to do is calculate your experience points, tell you what treasures you find, and explain what's going on with the rat in the pit. So please.
Do you want to send that over Discord?
Yeah. Is that better for folks if I just post it in Discord?
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
we can leave now and then you'll post that and we'll deal with it next session.
All right. So where we are going to leave off is that this rat is trapped down this pit that looks about 8-9 feet down, and it's looking up at you, looking like it's trying to escape.
Bat would probably try to free it, but I think,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that would start a whole thing that I don't
What would
wanna...
the rest of the party do? Yeah, the party's going to have to negotiate what they want to do.
Guys, rats are chill. This rat's cool. I can tell. I can see it in its eyes.
Can we talk to the rat? I have animal handling.
Hey, rat, you good?
They go, bro. Can I trust you to take you out? Are you gonna bite me?
I don't think it speaks common.
Yeah, the rat is not responding to your comment. It's just when you are trying to speak, it's looking up at you and not.
Bat would drop a little bit of bread for it.
It It is responding very happily to this piece of bread and looking up at you, Bat.
We'll get you out. I love you.
Well,
Sorry.
he can't quite
What are you
reach.
talking
I mean, it is kind of deep to get through these bars, like the amount of space between the bars. So you might need to find a way to bend the bars or remove the bars to be able to reach down. But everybody's clear on the last thing that happened?
Yep. Also, Bat still has inspiration for next session.
The bardic inspiration?
Yeah, he still has it for another 9 minutes.
Write that down.
Yeah, would I still have bardic inspiration? Because I remember you cast it on me at the beginning of the fight. I just never used it.
Yes, it lasts
you
for
would
10
still
minutes.
have it.
Once it goes away after 10 minutes or after you use it.
Okay.
Cool. So,
I
Right, I'll see.
I got here on time this week. That's
yes, thank you very much.
good. Awesome.
We're going to try to do
This is
that every
fun.
week. Yeah, this is good.